Chidera. No, Chidera Gapson. And then, I want to remember your name. Remind me, please. Sylvia. It's not purple. You don't have anybody. It's not purple. You don't have anyone there in your purple. So, Titi Loye, yes, yes, yes. So, 2026 Cohort fellows. LYDI. We don't sleep. We don't sleep for LYDI. Hey, during your online session, I was there. Director Fix was actually asking you, right? She was echoing it and then, okay, let's do it one more time. LYDI. 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 Great. So can I have the attendance? It's still ongoing. It's with the time, because I know some people will be here before 10. Yes. I know some people will be here before 10. But don't worry. We are taking notes of everything. So, our first session, I intentionally used that familiarization session to call our names again. Now, I want to go through our first session to the second session, and this is the 1.3, because we also need to do recap. And at the same time, during your online session, Director Faith was actually doing some recaps. Like before you started, and I was there. She was asking question, what did you gain from the last session? And then before we move into the new session. And today is 1.3. Can anyone tell me what today's topic is? Personal leadership. Okay. You want to say something? Personal leadership mapping. Personal leadership mapping. Okay. Who else again? But do you know that your curriculum will be sent to you? Yes. With your topic, right? Yes. Yeah. So you should be familiarized with that topic as well. You will not be like personal leadership. You should be like, what am I expecting in this class? So who can give me? I know it's personal leadership, but there's something after the personal leadership. Any other person? Is that leadership? So can you complete it all together? Exactly. So that's today's topic. For the first topic, what was it? Section 1.1. Don't let us do cross answers. So please, can we have somebody to tell us, and then you can just raise your hand. Okay. Introduction to transformative leadership. Introduction to transformational leadership. So who was our facilitator? Any of us? Mr. Said. Okay. Since we are together. So somebody should summarize what you learned. I mean, not. I'm going to ask many of us, right, from the 1.1, which is the transformational leadership, and then I want 2 or 3. Okay, together 4. 2 male, 2 female. And you tell us what you learned from that. And at the same time, do you also know that we have highlights from the session? You guys saw the highlights, right? So please, at the same time, if you're having that highlight, let's also share with friends and family, because many other people will see the highlights and they will learn 1 or 2 things from it. So even though you are having the full access of the class, other people will also have access to the highlight. So can we have 2 male, 2 female? I don't want to break this table, so I want us to like do it randomly. But to say group 1, group 2, group 3. Something will happen. I don't want to do cheating. So let's just have 2 male, 2 female. Can I get any volunteer to summarize what you learned from session 1.1? Adiola, yes. Okay, Adiola, Mark, right. Okay, we need one more. Najmuddin and then Deborah, right? Okay, so Adiola, let's have you.
I said good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So what I learned, pardon me. Okay, so steps to becoming a transformational leader. I noted three steps. The first one is self-leadership, which spoke about before you can influence people, you need to develop yourself first. Because as leaders, we are the mirror people reflect on. The second one I jotted leadership as a calling, which spoke about there are obstacles that comes with being a leader. There are tests that comes with being a leader. So the third one I jotted are communication, which spoke about the importance of effective communication as leaders. You must be able to communicate your vision effectively for people to buy into it. And he also spoke about ignorance of not being enlightened as a leader. And he also spoke about we collaborating and having consultation. Learn from people who are bold for you to be more enlightened. So I think that's beautiful.
Thank you very much. Please, can you give her a round of applause? So, Mark or okay, Mark.
So, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So, she has actually summarized major part of the session, but I just want to portray the ignorance of the elite. So, actually, I know that ignorance of the elite is when you believe that because you have gone to school or because you have attained a certain degree, you are not wrong, that you only be right, which is not always true. So you should be flexible enough. You should be bending. You should be able to learn, unlearn, and relate. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Basically, my own take home from that session is on the aspect that a transformational leader has to be visionary. That you just do not want to be a leader just for being a leader's sake. So you must actually have a vision. You must have a vision you want to embark on, what you actually want to solve. And most importantly, like you actually gave us one scenario that came out of the discussion, that if you are looking, someone was talking about being inspired by a beggar, by beggars, and we're talking about that when you have that kind of a problem, you just do not look it from the surface. As a leader, you must understand what actually caused the problem and what will be the solution you provide that will be everlasting towards it. So you just do not be a leader just for being a leader, say, you must be visionary and be charismatic and intentional towards solving the problem. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Majorly, that the one statement that I actually have been remembering frequently is do not be attracted to the beauty of the girl. As a leader, we should not say because being a president should be popular and all those things. That's why we want to be the president. We must first identify a problem that needs to be solved before we say we want to take that position of president. Then I also learned that change starts with me. Once I'm going out to do clean up and all those things, and my own environment is not even clean, that means I'm not a leader. So whatever I'm doing has to start with me. Then three questions that I was able to capture that day. Who are you when no one is watching? What injustice keeps you awake at night? Why am I interested in you? Please, a round of applause for that. Wow. Thank you very much, Adiola, Deborah, Nudin, and Mama. Thank you very much for your summary of the first session. That is the introduction to transformational leadership. And I'm very sure that that session was really, really powerful. Yeah, because from what the cohort program I mean, the team is a transformational fellowship program. So having him was very intentional. At the same time, when he was reaching out mission and the presentation was there, I'm like, even those directors on the call were like, wow, it's actually great that we are here today. So, and I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 persons that class. 2 or 3 persons that class. And here we go to the second section. So, do we have anyone who wants to tell us what the second section? And second section was very recently. Very recent. So, who wants to tell us the topic? Second section. You have a question?
For the second section,
Hmm.
the speaker comes to us. I know a lot of those people that are doing it, but I don't know how to contact Dr. Director State.
Were you part of them?
Yeah.
And you as well. It's okay.
Yeah, it's important.
It's not audio actually. I think after the session, Dr. Fritz reached out to the PA. So I don't know what the result is at this time. But
She said she
definitely
write the names. She writes the names.
their names and their account details.
Yeah.
Oh, so Dr. Fritz will get back to you very soon. So, okay, second section 1.2. What was the topic? You are not doing good. Click your eye. I know you see. I saw. Please remind me of your name again. Abiyo. Yes. Fabula, right? Good. Okay, so let's have it.
Good morning. Second session is self-awareness, leadership style, leaderships.
Yeah.
Okay, leadership
check.
identity.
Leadership identity.
Leadership identity and personal personal leadership style.
Leadership identity. Leadership identity. Personal leadership. All right. Thank you very much. Please let's do a round of applause. Okay, so let's do it again. 2 male, 2 female, another set of 2 male, another set of 2 female. You want? Don't worry. Let's We'll make it 3-3 this time. So Alafsa, Abib, and Abdul. Oh, sorry, Abdul Rashid. Who is Abib? Abib is not around. You have someone very around. And then Ariyo. So 3 female. Don't worry. Another time. I already picked 3. 3 females. Abba. Don't let it go like that now. 3 females. You were talking about the topic earlier, but you don't want to summarize what you learned in the class. The class was powerful.
Yeah.
Martin, you want to say something? What about Sylvia? Sylvia. So you would not learn anything from Honorable Princess Gabriela Sonaya class. Faith, right? Sorry, but that would be I know it's Sonayo. Why? Sonayo. That is the reason I don't want to pronounce the whole Sonayo. Sonayo. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Faith. Saida. Who else? One more female. I'll pick. Don't worry. When I remember your name, you are the third female. So let's have Mariam Umar, yes, third female, to give us summary of 1.2. So let's have Alasa. Good morning.
So basically, my own understanding of the session was quite extensive because I was actually coming from an event that talked about building systems that abuse us. So when I got into the session, I got in at the point of listening to a part that talked about modeling the kind of leader you want to become. That is, you have to be the change you want. You have to be the leader you want to see other people be. So that the way I understand that is that so if you are looking at a leader as someone that is visionary, as someone that is transformative, as someone that inspires, you should be that person first before you can reflect that. So in your journey of reflecting that, you should be able to build with other people. So that's basically what I was able to get from that session.
Thank you very much. Please let's Thank you. So who's next?
Right, good morning, everyone. So I would be reflecting on two dimensions of awareness, right? So she talked about internal and external awareness. She mean uh, on internal awareness was particular about innate values, values that are personal to the belief system, and how they particularly drive who you become as a leader, right? The type of leaders that have internal self-awareness as doers, right? They really do not care so much about, perception of other people. However, on the other hand, the external awareness has a lot to do with leaders who do more with their bodies when they see people praising their work, when they see people appreciating what they can contribute. Those type of leaders tend to perform even better, right? So we also explain that external self-awareness also involves you planting people in the right places to give you feedback as to what exactly people are saying, not just the noise, right? So there was that. She also talked about who you as a leader. She pegged that around your value belief system, your purpose, right? All of those things are the things that make up the leader. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I forgot the name.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So what I learned about the second section from Mrs. Daniela is that number one is that leadership is of service, but it does just a title. So you have to honor the integrity as a leader, integrity, and also you should not compromise the standard just to suit what people have to say. So that's falls under leadership identity, and also I also learned about competition and feel balance a lot as a leader. So you should know how people perceive you and you should know what people reflect about yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So the female. Yes, please.
Good morning,
Good morning.
everyone. What I took from this session is to lead that when you're self-aware, to help you to and make effective decisions. Firstly, when you make effective decisions, it also help
Good
you
morning.
to help you to build stronger relationships with people around you and your team. And then lastly, when you're self-aware as a leader, to help you to be strategic in whatever decision.
Thank you very much. Hi, guys. Right?
Okay, keep running. Self-awareness is the foundation. Understanding that relationship is maybe SWOT analysis, which is when you understand yourself, you're able to learn what is your strength, your weakness, your strength, your opportunities. In that way, when you are aware about those things, you'll be able to become better.
Thank you very much. And Umar. Good morning.
So from last section, she made mention that you should not forget yourself. Let your team forget you. This is simply saying that your idea is going to make a team does not make a team. But what like the capacity of or the potential your team possess also what you get the result of the potential. And she also said shared success and failed failure is shared. But so sorry, success is shared, but the failure is responsive. That is, you can share the success that comes in with your teammate, but the failure has to be your responsibility.
Thank you very much for that summary. And I want to believe that section 1.1, section 1.2, they have actually been very powerful. And within those period of time, moments, is there any want to share whatever changes you feel like? Okay, I also want to acknowledge we went to Latif Jack on the leadership summit. I saw some of our friends there, right? And it's was interesting to see some of them are even part of the volunteers. So when we saw them, we were like, you don't have to see yourself like, oh, LYDI. You have to also evolve. Have to involve in other things, do some other projects, get yourself to other platforms that you can also learn and impact positively. So for those of you that we saw at the summit, I think I saw Alasa for that. I saw no, I think I saw we're not there. I saw Martin. Martin introduced herself. I think from LIG, I said yes. I said Jude. Jude is not around yet. Okay, Jude was part of the volunteers as well. Who else? One Edu. I saw Edu Shafi. Who else? Who's that? I think 4 or 5 or more than that. Do you guys connect? You were there as well. Oh, I didn't see you. So sorry. But how was the session? The debate was powerful. And who did you saw at the debate?
I saw him.
Who is him? Saeed Bahman, the first facilitator. Yes. It was really, really powerful. And it was also it was life changing because I feel like many of the youth of today, for me, that's that personally, many of us kind of procrastinate. Aside procrastinating, we also want to believe in us because I don't know if you agree with me. Many questions that people were asking on that day were access questions, accessibility questions. They were asking questions about we want to do this, we don't have access, we want to do that. And at the same time, those speakers were asking them back, what have you done so far? There was one guy video they showed. I'm sorry for those of you that were not there. This summary will also this is like adding some of what we learned from there. I don't know if they will also love to share their own reflection from that session with us before we go into session 1.3 properly today. So this is also like a learning stuff for us today as well. Now, this guy was doing Lagos Blood Initiative. Am I right with that name? Yeah, it was a blood drive. Lagos is something before, but it changed to Lagos Blood Drive Initiative. Now, according to him, he was saying that this project, he has submitted this and that, nobody was answering it. At the same time, he went to leadership summit, and he was able to got the opportunity to how do I want to put it? To ensure that the project came into life. Now, this project is just one in a year. I think they've done one actually. Maybe about 200 plus or something donated. How many? Huh?
One. The first one.
The first one. How many pints of blood? They got like maybe 50 plus pints of blood. I don't know. But where am I driving to? Now, many of us here we have some projects. See, the thing there is that it's not more of like I just dream. God have like put some ideas in our head. But now the implementation. Now the first thing I talk about is the procrastination. The procrastination will also affect the implementation. But when you have investing, that is the reason that first session it was like the foundation for every one of us. Most of us are into the leadership spaces before, but now we are like refreshing ourselves. Okay, I want to start another transformational leadership journey. I want to start afresh. Now you have an idea of how leadership journey is going to be, a transformational leadership, blah 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 blah. Now it's about self-awareness. How do we now get across every other thing? If we still have this procrastination stuff with us, which is the fixed mindset, it's going to affect so many things. And that's the reason many of us cannot scale through the whole session. Some people will still miss. And as I think we're having live session, the session was also recorded, all these materials will be available. But at the same time, some people will not have access to it because they might have the materials and they will not go through it. So they miss that session. They will not learn from it. So in a nutshell, please do not procrastinate. Whatever ideas you have with you, let us see it. Let us see the light with the best thing you can get. And implementation is very important. So that guy got this project, and it was the only project that he presented. I mean, aside the debate, it was the only project. project they show us that video, I was very much happy to see that, because I was thinking, is it only debate? Is it only what they were doing one other program? You lead or something? You lead, yeah. Is it those ones? Let's see from other people. And they showed us that guy project. And I know that that video that we watched that day, so many other people will have it in their mind. Ah, I have something like this, and I'm also start something. So it's the wake up call for everyone of us. So please, let's ensure that we don't bury our old ideas with us. Let's share with the right people and let's start implementing. Even with the 2 sessions we've had so far, it is something you can start from. Don't wait until your capstone project comes in for this fellowship. Start doing something, because you don't know who might call you and ask you, do you have any projects with you? We want to fund it. Because there are so many grants out there. So that is one thing I want to share with you. So moving to today's session, I don't think, do we, any of the people that attended the summit, do you want to share something? Only Mate. Okay, please go ahead.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So, first one, program was something stood out for me, and as it as it sounds, something that I feel like everybody don't do. And from the debate, it was from the debate section, and it was the way they pronounced the name. I'm not joking. Every of these speakers, as they came out to talk, even the whole class, was the whole energy. They pronounced their name with some God. You had to hear it yourself. The calling, like the way they say their name, even people that were just sitting down, once you hear their name, you just start clapping. It was just something that was given. And I just realized that when most people ask for my name, my name is Matthew. And I realized that the captains, the way they pronounce their name, instead of when I'm pronouncing my name, and I feel like, and I asked, sorry, to be fair, I also asked some people here generally, or what's your name, just to know that it's not only me that is feeling this way. And when I asked them for their name, it was not giving that aura. But when I asked somebody from the leadership, the Latin Japanese leadership, they said what their name was, their response was really different. And you could just see that we need to work on the way we pronounce our name. And somebody said something, gatekeeping is a service to yourself. I don't know how that would resonate with you, but think about it. Thank you. But before I say that, okay, my name is Makemi Oluwa Antonia Adams.
Thank you so much, Mate. Can I call you Matemi?
No, Makemi Oluwa. I'm sorry.
I should
Makemi Oluwa.
pronounce it fully.
No, can call me Makemi.
Okay, I said Matemi. Because people should not tag me as somebody murdering names. Okay, so for today's session, let's echo it together. What's the topic for today's session? Oh, we want to check it. Okay, yay. Personal leadership mapping, leadership as service. Let's echo it together one again. Personal leadership mapping. Yes. So on the group already we've seen our facilitator, right? And at the same time, we also saw his profile. So I'm going to read through his profile here. And also, are you familiar with the facilitator? Who said yes now? Do you know him? Eh? Our duty. How many months? Now nobody is 1 month, so you don't dey call our duty. Sensitive fellows. Plenty. Okay, so I want to read through his citation. Okay, hold up here. The biography of Dr. Jamiu Adeyemi Ademosu, PhD, FIMC. Dr. Jamiu Adeyemi Ademosu is a distinguished academic, an accomplished applied mathematician, and a multifaceted public sector leader with over a decade of experience in higher education, youth development, governance, public policy, political mobilization, and institutional leadership. Dr. Ademuso has consistently proven himself as a triple helix leader, bridging the gap between academia, industry, and government to drive impactful change in society. His work has left an indelible mark on the youth, public health, and academic systems in Nigeria and beyond. Dr. Jamia Ademosu holds a PhD in applied mathematics from Laboratory Articular University of Technology, LAUTECH Ogbomoso, where he pioneered research in mathematical modeling of drug abuse dynamics and optimal control strategies. His doctoral research, which applies advanced mathematical models to address the global issue of substance misuse, remains a landmark contribution to the field of biomathematics. With this foundation, he has carved a path not only in academia, but also a thought leader on the intersection of public health and mathematics. His MTech in applied mathematics, biomathematics, and BTech, and in applied and pure science, pure mathematics from LAUTECH, provides him with a solid scientific and quantitative framework that empowers leadership in youth health education. Also, additionally, Dr. Ademosu deepened his leadership and business acumen with a mini MBA in Business Administration and Management from Tecadia Institute, USA, further enhancing his ability to bring the business of academia and the leadership of public sector together for social good. His academia as a lecturer in the Department of Mathematical Science at the Lagos State University of Science and Technology, LASUTECH, has mentored countless students to develop cutting-edge academic curricula and contributed significantly to the university research output. Also in the industry, in the private sector, Dr. Ademusa has served as a business developer and strategic consultant for various organizations. His expertise in strategic planning, operational improvement, and institutional growth has helped several companies enhance their business models, improve efficiency, and scale their operations. In government and public policy, Dr. Ademosu leadership in the public sector speaks volumes about his commitment to the youth development, governance, and public policy. He has served as the Director General of the Lagos Youth Development Institute, where he leads youth-focused initiatives such as governance, entrepreneurship, leadership development, and capacity building partnership with government institutions and civil society organizations. Political engagement and civic education. He has also he has a strong advocate for youth participation in political and civic processes. He has held leadership roles within the youth and political structures at both the local and state levels. Notably, he served as the Vice Chairman Lagos West and Secretary to the National Youth Council of Nigeria Lagos Chapter, coordinating efforts for youth-focused policy advocacy, community development, and stakeholder engagement. He also served as the National Secretary of the Tinubu Media Force and a member of the GAC, the Technical Committee for the Lagos State Election Mobilization 2022, contributing to the political landscape by advocating for youth participation, civic organization, and policy reform. So I have to round off here. Dr. Jamia Ademosu is married and blessed with children. He believes the family, hard work, and dedication to service form the bedrock of his personal and professional success. As a family man, he draws his inspiration and motivation from his loved ones and strives to make a positive difference for future generations. From his academic foundation in applied mathematics to his leadership roles in governance, youth development, and political engagement, Dr. Ademosu is a leader who not only teaches but leads the change he seeks. His ability to integrate research, policy, business, and community engagement makes him an influential figure in youth empowerment and socio-economic transformation. As a triple Ellis leader, he exemplifies the powerful synergy between academia, industry, and government to foster innovation, growth, and sustainable development for Nigeria and the world. With how do Director Fitch usually say? She used one particular word during energy, please. Continue. Try not to. Please let's continue to jam our heads
Thank you.
excited, looking through the faces, handsome faces, beautiful faces, faces of young minds that are shaping the world. Yes. Except you are not seeing yourself in that capacity. If you do, raise your hand, let me see. I see yourself in that capacity. It's great. Thank you very much. Wow. You guys are just pulling face. Yes, I understand. That's what you're pulling face. Don't worry. It's just logistics and technical issue. Everything is fixed. And the chairman of the youth council picked our megaphone yesterday. I'm getting the office now. See that they have not recorded it. So we are so sorry. Just accept us the way we have. And funny enough, I'm privileged that the first physical outing is being handled by a member of the institute and the member of the agency. It's not external facilitator, so it's just take like it. So of course, I don't know if you have been informed. The physical session sometimes happen here, sometimes it happen at CBI. So those are the two places using for that session. I believe that the last two virtual sessions, how was it? Any feedback? Last two virtual sessions. Any feedback? I don't think. Yes. Our part. I love that one.
It was super high.
I love this. Come, baby. All right. So, I feel that those sessions, the feedback I got, really make me feel that yes, the journey that you guys have just embarked on. And I love the fact that when we are going to be treating today as a topic, what is the session of the defining moment. The session that if you are able to internalize the whole content, you are going to be standing out among your peers, and you are going to go far, add to their impact and add more value to the life of the community. Let me just give you a summary of all what we discussed today. Yesterday, I had before yesterday, not of last week, 2 weeks ago, had very serious, progressive engagement back to back. Just yesterday, I did my PhD publication reception in the time. There, the Honorary Commissioner for Youth was present there. As another top people, the chairman of local government. The head of our standard Ministry of Health, be careful. So, what do you expect me to do today? Rest, sleep. But because I have been wired and trained to live for others, to be a servant leader, to live because of others. That is why I have to be up today and be here to be with you. That's the sum of what we want to discuss here. To becoming a servant leader. You know, sometimes many people think that for you to be a leader, like, you have to attain a particular position. You have forgotten that in leadership, we have position leader and we have influential leader. Sometimes you don't need to hold position for making influence. You don't need to run after title or positions. You naturally let the value resonate and the position come attract you. Of course, I'm not saying that you might not have interest in vying or anticipating competition, but that should not be the goal. Think that I want to be the president, call me this, call me that. That shouldn't be the goal. You know. So it's very important to understand the foundation of service leadership. I was so impressed yesterday to the extent that many of the attendees, aside my mentees that are there, you see the testimonial of that my reception outside yesterday. You all participate. Because I launched a product born out of my PhD research output. And the product was tested, and you all see it here. Yes. So there are some visitors that were there, the guests. They were there and they were like, you have just demonstrated the life of living for others, the life of service. The person said, please, I want to enroll in your mentorship class. I want you to be my mentor. At that spot, person don't know it before, but because of what she had and what she witnessed, that's the power of servant leadership. So I want to encourage us all to pay attention to the content that I want to dish out today on servant leadership. And I'll target personal leadership mapping, leadership as service. Personal leadership mapping, leadership as service. So that's what we want to look into. And I have like about 6 outlines here that I'm going to be looking at. Yes, that's there. Personal leadership mapping and as leadership as service. Yes. Next slide. So these are the outlines that we'll be looking at today. The first is the foundation of servant leadership. Then we'll proceed to the personal leadership map. And of course, the service mindset shift. So many of you don't understand that service mindset. So we need to have it. We need to understand it. And that is where you can. If you don't have that shift, the paradigm shift in your mindset, then you're not getting it right. Of course, there are other approaches to leadership, but research has shown that this leadership by service is really the most evolving and well impact-driven approach to leadership. And of course, we look at the core competencies of servant leaders and look at mapping your leadership journey. Yes, of course, there's going to be an action on this, mapping your leadership journey, and finally we look at the call to action and the commitment. So, now let's look at the foundation of servant leadership, understanding the philosophy and changes the everything. So when you have that understanding of the philosophy, you'll be able to, put it as a foundation. What I'm trying to present it to you today, I got to do all of this more when I was in 200 level in my university days. Yes, at that point, I and some other young people, we established a campus club in Lauten, in Bomosho, called the Campus Ambassadors. Is a leadership platform. Many of my colleagues and some other people, they get to wonder, to ask questions. Hey guy, why are you running elder center for people? Why are you doing all of this? Because that has been embedded inside me. That has been embedded. So the first thing is that you put others first. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? When you don't put yourself first, you are putting others first. But it has a way. It's like a reverse psychology. Do you understand that now? It's a reverse psychology. When you prioritize the growth and well-being of other people, communities, over your personal gain, yes, it has a lot of impact and effect. Naturally, those things that you have prioritized for people will eventually come to you. Logically, when you wash your clothes, you don't have the intention of washing your own hand, but you want to wash clothes. When you wash clothes, what happens to your hand? You get cleaned eventually. You get cleaned. So when you come back when you got 10 years, While you are doing that, eventually you have a breakthrough in your world situation. You will have a breakthrough. So you place priority for others, priorities of growth. I'm so happy that the young mentees that I'm working with, you work with me for a couple of months, years, you will see growth in your life. I have testimonials. You will see growth in your life. While I'm doing, as much as I'm placing priority on them, naturally I'm also growing. Because I'm forced to also grow. I'm forced to do new things. I'm forced to embark on a new journey. So I can't do it alone. I go along with my mentees. They also grow simultaneously. So prioritize others. The next is you empower others by unlocking the potential in others, by creating conditions for them to thrive and lead. So when you see that, okay, for people around you, how do they get better? Be concerned about them getting better. Don't see it as competition. Your friend, your peers, your colleagues, your subordinates, your junior, see how they become a better version of them. It's like an investment. It's like you are also guiding yourself. Because you don't know what will happen next. You might be full of it, you might be affected with a challenge, you might need an opportunity. But because you have empowered those people around you, you have made them grow, they will be the ones to be your supporting strength. Eventually. Okay, similar to what we are saying here is that as you are here, we LYDI, we are trying our best to give you some knowledge, exposure, impact, and all of that. Trust me, you guys are all great people. I don't know where you become, where you get to in the nearest future. I don't know. But I'm seeing greatness in every one of you. You understand? Somebody become the next UN ambassador, somebody become the next president, somebody become commissioner, somebody become the founder of the biggest company among you here. But you always remember that, oh, I passed through somewhere, I met someone, you understand? Those people, those institutions, you definitely want to give back. Do you understand? And that's the beauty. The same thing will happen to you. Those people that you allow them grow, you empower them, they will definitely, one way or the other, give back. And you'll be so proud and happy. Then lastly here is being accountable. You understand? And you lead with integrity. You lead with integrity. Let your words match with your actions. Let your word match with your actions. You understand? So, talking about servant leadership, it has been in existence way back, since 1970s, and we had some statements from great people, from researchers. In 1970, Robert Greenleaf Coins expressed servant leadership in his landmark essay, Challenging the Command and Control Model. In 1977, Greenleaf also published that servant leadership, bringing the philosophy to organizations worldwide. All these are evolving as time goes, but today it is recognized globally as the gold standard for ethical, sustainable, and human-centered leadership. Underline that human-centered leadership because it puts into consideration human psychology, human feelings. Do you understand? So you can easily relate because it can easily produce results. So that is why it is the globally recognized standard ethical and sustainable human-centered leadership approach. So servant leadership, is a very powerful tool that when you understand it, you always find your way. And that is what happened to someone that understood someone that when you find yourself in a community, in a team, naturally they will fit you out, they will identify you. Without you pushing for, I want to be this. No! Your character, your disposition, your values will talk, and it will make them recognize you eventually. Do you understand? Next slide. Now, why do servant leadership matters? Why? Yes, I have these statistics here that about 2.5 people times is higher employee engagement, where servant led teams outperform traditional ones.
when you set up a team, that are servant leadership oriented, they perform better optimally than the traditional leadership approach. And of course, 72% lower turnover rate. People stay where they feel valued and and served. That's just it. If you are not feeling valued, if you are not feeling being served, you understand? You will not stay there. You will not. So imagine that in the middle of the challenges that we are facing, I just come to you, they just come and say that I just cancel this thing because of this, that. You say, you guys don't value us. You don't value us. Because we are going extra mile to ensure that we give you what is worthwhile. You will not stay. And that is the logic of life. And that's the way this approach of servant leadership works. Times 3 of people greater innovation output. That the psychological safety unlocks creativity. Yes, psychological safety unlocks creativity. When you are psychologically being wired, you understand, to bring out the creativity in you. You have wired yourself psychologically about servant leadership to bring out creativity and innovation in you. And of course, trust in leadership. People have trust in leadership. And this trust is the currency of servant leaders. Yes, trust. Trust is very important. We need to establish it at every point in time. It goes a long way to making you have a good leadership trust. Then the other part of it is your personal leadership map. Here we are going to be looking at 4 dimensions that defines how you lead and serve. 4 dimensions that defines how you lead and serve. Yes, this area is very important. Pay attention to it. Pay very much attention to it. Look at it very well. Digest. Look at it. Yes, we have self-awareness. We have team empowerment, purposeful vision, and empathy and care. Look at it very well. I love this self-awareness a lot because it paves way for me in everything I do. People find it difficult to understand that, hey guy, how do you get to manage everybody? How is it that we don't get to have a lot of disagreement, fights, and we get to go along with everyone? It is because of this self-awareness. If you understand this very well, you would thrive in any sector. You will thrive in anywhere you find yourself. When you are able to identify the core values, you recognize the strength, whether your strength or the strength of the person you are dealing with. You understand? Then you acknowledge blind spots. Blind spots will be area of disagreement, the deficiencies of the other person, the weakness of the other person. You identify them. Oh, okay, it's my friend, but then it's so a lousy person. Okay, no problem. If that's what allows him, I feel there. Let's continue on what we do, things we do together. Oh, of course, the guy is competent, intelligent, but he's too playful. I don't like someone that's too playful. But then he has no other values. If you recognize those blind spots, it will make you be able to relate to that person. You get angry on those areas. And, ability to reflect daily. Those are components of self-awareness. This is very important. Let's take note of it. Very, very important. Now, the other one is team empowerment, purposeful vision. Yes, purposeful vision. Because when you already know yourself, then you can have purposeful vision. Yes, you have the self-mission for yourself. It's, to serve your, you want to serve the mission rather. The mission that you want to embark on, serving it is your mandate. So number one there is you align your actions to values. Yes, aligning the actions to values. Then you communicate purpose. Let there be communication with what you believe in. Communicate it. Then you lead by example. By example. Let people see the reflection of what you say in you. Let them see it in you. You understand? And you think in a long term, have a long term vision. You get that? But that's the next phase of having a purposeful vision. Yes, it's progressive, it's continual, you know, you review from time to time. You understand that now? You review from time to time. You know. So that's then the other one is team empowerment. Yes, now you want to lift others up. Yes, you want to lift others up. So at this level, how do you do that? You delegate with trust. Delegate tasks. If you don't give them tasks, they won't grow. They won't learn. Give them assignment to do. Let them try something. What you are also, let them try it. You can give them a lower version at first. Of course, delegate assignment. Coach don't command. We'll still talk more on this. As a coach, because the servant leader is always a coach. You don't command. Yes, you don't command. There are better words, approach. Hello, can you do this? Can you please do this? That word is very important. Can you please help me out with this? Can you do this? With due respect, with all sense of humility. All these kind of phrases, you know, it shows that you're a real coach. Then celebrate contributions. Yes, appreciate the fact that people also contribute their opinion. Yes, they make their own contributions. They express themselves. And lastly, here is empathy and care. What shows that you have empathy is that when you allow people to express their mind and you listen carefully to them. Be genuine in listening to them. People get valued and loved when you listen to them. There's no principle when somebody is talking to you, let there be a full attention, like concentrate. You can't be talking to me and I'm looking like this. No. Concentrate to that person. That person will love it. I get you really giving you attention. Do you get that? So then of course, showing genuine concern, like I said, you should show genuine concern to that person. That person will feel honored and want to follow your directive. Create safety, invest in well-being. Very important. Yes, out of these 4 things, yes, I want to ask, I want to engage now. So I want, with these 3 groups, let me just say 3 groups. One person of input, which area resonates more to you? Which area and how does it resonate? On this group? Okay, 1. Yeah, thank you.
So the one that resonates with you now. Thank you. It has been amazing. So the one that
Tell us your name.
my name is Michael Adiyun, I will popularly known as MH. Mark.
Why not the one that came back? He came late, that is Michael.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh, sorry, sir. I want to connect that against you.
acknowledge blind
Sport.
So I noticed that sometimes, even personally also, I've led a number of people and sometimes they do something that I'm not sure. And while we did that, I knew that actually they have some good things in them. So when you were saying something like this, it quickly touched me. It touched me that actually you should look at people for the good things they do. And focus less on the bad part of them.
That makes sense. Please, that must get up on the floor. Yeah, for this group, okay?
Celebrate.
Your name? Okay. Are you not the one that had multiple emails that came in 3 different days and that's like told us? Okay, not the one.
Yeah, so celebrate confusion. While you spoke, I just remember something. When I was in school, I was the vice president, so I hosted a symposium. People really don't believe in your vision unless you show them what you can do. So I had just a few, you know what our SLC, they don't give us money, use money. So I wrote my budgets and all of those things. They were not willing to support. So I said this thing I was going to do it. Even the executives I had, they did not take the vision. So I had like 2 people or 3 people in my level. I spoke to them, this thing we can achieve it. So after we finished the symposium was a success. It was even beyond my own expectation. I celebrated and hangout after the event. So when people saw how we did our hangout, how we celebrated the success of the program, the second one, people were willing to join and based on what happened. So we also learn to celebrate the response.
Alright, from the last quarter, okay, let me pick I will pick 2 of you. Okay, you first.
Does that mean one more person?
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Still working.
So, sir, one thing that related to me while you're speaking is team empowerment because one thing that related to me is team empowerment. Since I started being an organization not too long,
Okay.
and I started going that sit down.
What's the name of the organization, please? SDG Youth Connect. All right.
So, I'm not able to, it's not every time you see people have that vision to drive out sustainable development. And most times I'm just going like, okay, if I can replicate this in Nigeria, I'm going to do stuff here in the Republic. And I was just like, them how to empower themselves first. So I've been working with team empowerment and engagement first, and so the way to do it, because I think that's key.
That's awesome. That makes sense. All right. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tuesday, so we are going to start. I want to explain to you the empathy aspect. As a leader, I'm currently working on a project.
Okay.
Maybe just based in Nigeria this month.
Okay.
And I have team members. Personally, I'm somebody that likes when I'm doing something, I really feel that it's fun. But I think along the line that at times my team members, I need to feel they need concern and interest. Because they might not be on the same person with me.
Yeah.
In terms of thinking and how to get involved.
Yeah.
So lately, although it's not like back, I know that some of them are very slow and stuff like that. One of them reached out to me, it was like, you are really good up putting the team together and everything, but I thought you were so big. So your time to listen to everybody. Like, for this to get, find out what you are doing, why are they not available. And I sat down and I was like, hey, as a good teacher, I need to know what is going on in the life of all my team members. I cannot just assume that everybody on the same frequency. And I started showing genuine interest in them. Listening especially, and showing concern. A lot of them don't drop, a lot of them show interest. I know that we're they picked up. And when I saw that, I really felt like, yes, everybody can say,
Wow. I'm coming. One more person from this one. Okay. What's from Kenya? So I'm with gender balance. No, I'm with gender balance. No, you don't tell me.
My name is Alausa.
Okay, so
What's
are you a family of the minister of the Alausa?
Yes.
You know it's how more than me.
You want to guide me.
Okay, what are you doing?
I know him now.
Alright.
What resonates best amongst people? I would not say one. So I'll tell you two. So the two is the self-awareness and the empowerment. So basically, I'm a person that actually works with people. So for me to work with people, I have to know myself. That is, I recognize my own strength. I recognize this person's strength. Okay, I cannot do this, you can do that. Let's support together. That's the way I go. So that's the aspect that actually resonates best. So most of the teams I've been able to organize and work with, those are the kind of things I try to highlight. Those particular people that, okay, yes, your strength is this, we will build you on this. Your strength is that, we build on that. This is where you are weak, then we can work on it. So that's what we need to accomplish most of our objectives.
That's awesome. So, yeah, this line, one more question. You spoke earlier. Yes, thank you, Daddy.
Alright, thank you very much.
You don't tell us your name. I said Alausa. Alausa, yes, thank you, Alausa.
Okay, my name is Dianima
I'm not going to say that. Yeah.
Okay, I think everything is actually nice, but more than I really stood out for me is that
Okay.
it's coach, it's command, right? So I work with people and people are also working with people. And I'm this kind of person that words are, how will I put it, it's really penetrates people very well. So sometimes maybe people are bothered that we just want to like do this without not the magic word please and I started from the place that comes to learn that I read one book of business, how to be an influence people, how to
Is that the job that has to get out?
so that comes to something that there are words with people that instead of people from our people, there's a way you can even suggest, oh I think you can just say, oh I think this thing is so nice. What do you think about it? Instead of telling them, oh yeah, do this. So that way you are not commanding, you are even giving them
to choose for themselves. Yeah, it's like that you have the option, but you're making them involved with that process. So I
Please,
think
yeah,
that's very
yeah, all right. I'll take one more. Anybody? Okay, yes. Yes. Your name is
so this is like I have a lot of things and it also so empathy really comes to but I think also talk about skill on self-awareness. I'm sure that I do more self-awareness. Every time I do this, that's my class about you ask myself a question about why I'm confusing knowledge about what I'm doing and what I'm learning from whoever. I feel like I'm trying to cross-check what I know to what I'm learning. So I think the aspect of acknowledging blind spots is very, very important and legal because blind spots in itself, the message that goes to you, what can this person see? And if you being able to identify it, like somebody mentioned, being able to identify it, it really keeps you able to work with that person and be flexible enough to choose some decision. Then for purpose vision, I'm someone that likes to preach vision. Like I can basically just carry an event that is so sure and people to because I want people to like join me. So I think vision is another thing, really able to see vision, being able to communicate it very well and being at the forefront of it, thinking of it. Then for team empowerment, the coach goes command. I was trying to like, why do we say coach goes command? But then I think she said something really important about that. Because I personally think that if you're meeting with some people planning something, you can basically just command someone to do something. But then go behind to help that person, coaching the person to do it. But giving that person the responsibility in front of people, make the person feel like I'm responsible to actually make this thing work. But I think she said it in a way that like you see them that was. And then but yeah, show concern for people.
That's awesome. Yes, one person else. We still have other chances.
My name is Daniela. I'm going to start with purposeful vision. I will start with communicating purpose. Now, last year in my zone and in the church, my zonal pastor, who is now the head of administration for West and Central Africa, gave us a mandate. We hosted the first mentorship program and I was the assistant chairperson. Now, the chairperson did not have the knowledge of how to do something like that. But because I had the knowledge, because I've been in JCI for a while, so I communicated that this is how we do it. And I said, who will do it? Because you have the idea. I said, let me work on that. So I will send it to you, send it to me. Tell me like I'm passing protocol. And it was a success. In fact, one of them wrote jam this year and got 306.
Wow.
From the mentorship program. My younger sister mentored her. And I ran away from the mentorship because I didn't want to mentor. But LYDI is giving me that platform to mentor people. Now going to recognizing strength. I know I'm very good with voiceovers. And I do it a lot. And I do it a lot. Sorry, I'm taking time. In JCI this year, we had them connect to the president and the JCI president, president of JCI said it was CTO. Cake, it was virtual. And I think it was so bad. He said, what is this? He said, oh, it's Daniela, she's from Nigeria. He said, please, can you sing that voiceover to me? And that's all of a sudden, my name out. Oh, that's Daniela, you're not. I'm like, okay, I'll be like,
Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Without going to begin.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry.
Yes, I am.
So the thing is, yes, of course, my name is Admission. Popularly
Boring.
Edward. Edward is my English name. So why I wasn't on that, I went for so many things. Of course, one of those things, when you see Boring, when you see Boring, positive gesture. When you see Boring, you see positive impact. People will understand that. I've asked so many students come to me and told me that, oh, Boring, because you posted this on the group chat, not because they have any idea of what they really is about, but because Boring posted, don't worry. Even I also met Martin. Martin, I can say Martin is my product. Yes. Every time I tell me going to plan, I actually met Martin at the dinner, and during the training, I told Martin about LYDI. She's not even aware. Everybody knows about LYDI. So yes, so I can say I need my family. So this is our family.
Thank you. I think so because of time I'll not do that. So 30 minutes more. It's very important that I hear from you. It's very important that I know I want to know how you feel about this thing. Because this is the foundation of this presentation. It's the foundation. When you get these concepts right, the 4 dimensions of servant leadership, trust me, you will continue to try. You understand that, right? Okay, we said it. This is an avenue for you to unlearn, relearn, and you collect. From the statement some of you have said, you have learned one thing or the other.
Yes.
So you understand, that's the beauty. And I keep saying it, that at LYDI, we don't promote competition. Yes, no. Let's collaborate. Let your collaboration synergy, let new innovation. Of course, as a person, you are doing well. Okay, you are thriving, you are on that journey. But you'll be better if you have another person that's also doing well with you. You'll be more better. You understand that now? So I want to hear you guys have learned one or two things from the what we are session had now. Now, we want to pick each of them one after the other. Because I thought that's the foundation. This is the main presentation for today. Those 4 dimensions. Number 1 on the self-awareness. Why does it matter? It said you cannot lead others effectively if you don't understand yourself. That's the very first thing. Self-aware leaders recognize their values, emotional biases, and impact on others. It is until you're able to sit down, identify all of this about yourself. Take your time to identify all of this about yourself. Recognize yourself, your emotions. Know your nature of emotions. Know what turn you off, what turn you on. Know the kind of environment that inspire you. Know the kind of people that you love to associate with. So that you won't just fall in the wrong place and feel that you are doing things and now misbehaving. No. Identify all of those things about yourself. So the very first thing that you need is clarity. Value clarity. Value clarity. When you know what to stand for, know the values. You know your value. Your values are the compass that guides every decision that you make as a leader. Yes. Yesterday when my mentor was at that program, he was mentioning, all he said was what makes our relationship to this date is value. It's value. So let your value determine your journey. She mentioned that she did something, a voiceover. It's a value. And that value gave her a compass, a direction, an opportunity, networking, and all of that. So, and that is it. So that's the very first thing you need to understand in self-awareness. Value clarity. What value do I have? What value am I putting on the table? And if you notice, that value will be giving you direction, taking you, leading you to different places. I got to know her with this voiceover that she just mentioned. Last year when we had our first Lagos Leadership Conference and the graduation of the first cohort of the LYDI, there's one of our directors, Dr. Jennifer, she's the chairman of the planning committee. So she now said that she has a lady that will do the voiceover, and she just brought the voiceover. I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is super awesome. So along the line, I don't even know that she applied. I don't even know that you applied. I don't even follow, I don't see your video, I never do. The team are already doing all of that. I think it was an interview that I saw you. If you fail to understand this, if you fail to understand it, you will be making a lot of blunders. You'll be having some wrong assumptions. You'll be making wrong decisions about people. Just because you don't understand the blind spot, you don't understand the weakness, you don't understand the deficiencies of that person. Ask for honest feedback. Your greatest leadership growth lies beyond what you are comfortable saying. Do you understand that now? Let somebody tell you that, okay, guy, this area you're not really doing well for me. So you to take your time to understand that this person is holding part. let people also do that for you to identify your weak points. Identify those things, allow constructive criticism. That we have invited a special another facilitator to handle emotional intelligence. See, when you understand emotional intelligence, trust me, you will navigate any ordeal in life. You will cross every bridges. You will break every barrier. You will get to. Okay, let me give you a practical example. My principal, the person that initiated this project, LYDI, is current chairman of the youth council. He gave me the appointment to be the director general of the institute. So we are working together. Of course, we are not working under the structure of the youth council. No, LYDI is independent. Of course, we have the link. So there is some level of relationship. Now, the chairman is my boss. They came to pick our megaphone for our program. And we are having training. Is this PA to the chairman has the key to our office. We pick our megaphone. I was not aware. And we are having training. First physical training of LYDI. Very important to us. Now, we want to disrupt my program. How do you experience? You get at me. But because I understand my emotion, I understand the emotion of people, I understand my environment, I understand the chairman I'm dealing with. You understand that now? I understand his personality. So I don't let that situation or action get from me. I express myself, Jesus, and said he apologized. What must he mean? For some people, that leads to action. Of course, it's a bad action, right? They did not inform me. Don't go into our office, pick the megaphone, and they don't even return it, and we need it. But you need to be emotionally aware. I'll still get to a stage where I think that thing is weakness. No, we'll get there. So emotional intelligence is very important. It's a superpower tool for us to understand ourselves. For the team empowerment, lifting others up, it has multiplier effects. That's just the truth. Ripple effect, you get it from this. Servant leaders multiply their impact by developing those around them. Every person you empower becomes a leader who empowers others. That's just the summary. That's why I love what I do here. I love it so much. I was telling you that I'm supposed to be at home resting. I'm supposed to be at home resting. Nobody can tell me I should be resting, really. You know women, and my wife said I should stay back. Cancel it, postpone it. With the women, they want to see that. You know, but I look at my guy is alpha. You hear what this madam is saying, they can't talk now. We just talk to my wife and say, no, you know, they're like, so the point I'm making is that because I love what I do, I love the fact that I want to impact the life of others. I know that it will yield multiple results. You are all great leaders in your domain. You're all leaders in your own empire. You're going to build different empires at the end of the day. And it will be a joy for me. And I'll be so happy that, yes, my own little action had a multiplier effect. So when you work as a team, I'm trying to, as a servant leader, you know, it has multiplier effects. Now, we said earlier, coach don't command. It's still the same. I used some kind of words earlier, phrases. Kindly do this. Could you please do this? With all sense of humility. I want you all to do this. Like, choose some phrases that will appeal to the mind without commanding. Do you understand that? Don't be authoritative. Don't sound bossy. As much as you are in charge, bring yourself down to people. Yes, I'm the president. I was the president of my faculty when I was an undergraduate. I was going to apply science in Laute. You know, I have my colleagues, my level mate, I'm executive, I have the younger one. But I have to relate with everybody. Do you understand us now? So, leaders, coach don't command. You ask powerful questions instead of giving all the answers. Let people discover their own solutions. Don't be the one that will do the talking in the meeting, in the discussion. Allow every other person. Okay, don't just say, this is what we're going to be doing and we are doing it. No. Allow them say some things. Allow them express themselves. And as a leader, you bring all of that together and come to a certain point. There's no way you talk around where you want to end. And whoever does not talk there, you bring everything together, let them feel sense of importance. You understand? Then delegate with trust. Yes. Give people meaningful work and the authority to do it. Don't micromanage people. Don't micromanage people. It's a signal of distrust. And micromanage in the sense that you gave me a task. You are still to stop telling me how to do it like this. No. Allow me to explore. Allow me to be creative. Let me bring out my ingenuity in what I'm doing. That will establish trust, and that will empower and develop that person. And that will make the team grow very well. And it will have a multiplier effect. Create growth paths. Yes, invest in your team development. When you grow, the whole organization grows. That was it. Yes. Invest in them. Let them go for several trainings, development. It eventually affects your own organizations and organization grow along the line. Do you get that now? Yes. Shifting from authority to accountability. I think there's a slide before you go back first. Oh, okay, I stopped there. That was too much damage. Alright. Go back. No, go back. Go back. Yes. So now for the second, we want to look at the service mindset shift. So you need to have a paradigm shift in your mind. That's what mindset, that's what service. Yes, and that should happen. Because from authority to accountability led to transformation. Yes. So now there is an existing approach for traditional leadership, and there is this servant leader that I want you to understand today, to have a shift of mindset. The first one is that traditional leader, they do commands and direct because they have the position and the authority. They command you and they direct you what to do. Yes. But on the other way around, as a servant leader, you take your time to coach and guide the people, your team members. Take your time to coach and guide. It's stressful, it's daunting, it's demanding, but that's the better approach to have a better result. So you coach as a servant leader, you guide your team member. For a traditional leader, it's still personal power. Yes, I'm in charge, I'm the general CMO, I'm the super clinical, I'm the one in charge of this. That's the conventional way of traditional leader. But for a servant leader, you are more interested in building team capacity. You understand? And of course, that's what we are demonstrating at LYDI. Yes, that's what we are demonstrating at LYDI. So it's not about the DG. It's not about, it's about everybody in the team. Let every other team members, improve. So build their capacity. You don't just say, I want to have a position and all of that. Then of course, odds information. Yes, in traditional leader, they believe that they only give out information when they want, the leader, so that you can respect them more. No, we are in the era of information sharing. Don't gatekeep knowledge. Thank you. We share knowledge. One of my colleagues said, aṣọ tó wà lórí ìmọ̀ ó ti ṣí. Everybody take your own. You get that now? So, ChatGPT is there. They are getting that, you understand? So don't have knowledge, don't hold information. However, does not mean that you don't prioritize information. Do you get that now? You release it at the right time. But what is meant to be known, don't keep it. Let foolish people with those information to guide them.
But how would you provide good information that meant to provide?
So, yeah, that's for the leadership. You will know that this information, that's what I'm saying, that information might be sensitive and classified in a different way. Information might be that, okay, for this stage, you don't need it. That's progressive enough. But information that is meant for this level, why are you holding it until they ask for it? Just to let them lean on you, to show that, yes, I'm the only one that knows it. No! No! They'll come and beg for it. They'll come, no, don't do that. If you're not careful, whether you like it or not, they'll get that information. They'll get it. I don't have any credit to you. So knowledge is not something for me, it's not something that you hold. You understand? A servant leader share information knowledge freely. Yes, all those traditional leaders, they care about the results, majorly. Focus on results. Yes, result is important. Result is important, but there needs to be an additional thing for a servant leader. Care for people. Show love and concern for people. Yes. Be concerned about them. And be concerned about the result too as well. So don't just focus on only result. Care for them. Look after them. Look at my lady, she was sharing that Ikosola. She was sharing that experience. Are you know Ikosola? She was mentioning earlier her experience about her team members when she cared for them. She was not only particular about the result of the team, but she's also looking after them. So it's very important. And finally, traditional leader, they lead from the front. Yes, he always want everybody to see them. I'm the boss, I'm in charge, yes. It's all about them. They lead from the front. But conventional, servant leader, they lead from behind. Yes. Show workings, thank you. Show workings, show doings. We keep saying it. A lot of people don't know me as DJ LYDI. I don't really flaunt it like that. But you know LYDI. LYDI is working. I have great engine room that are doing the job. I work from behind. LYDI team work from behind. We are so proud. I was telling people yesterday at that event that whether you don't know what we are saying, I said it again, I will be posting of it at every point in time. Go to Google, go to ChatGPT, type Top Youth Institute in Nigeria. Who have checked it before here? To confirm it. Yes. His workings, his doings. It's not about spending billions of money. Yes, we don't have money. Yes, I can say it boldly. We don't have money. We don't have money. But we hope that we'll get more money. So to push this initiative. We are not quitting. We are not being perturbed. We keep pushing. But it's not about money that puts you on give you a digital footprint. It's not about money. It's about value and what you are doing and consistency. If we can be ranked on digital place with Leap Africa, with Latif Jakonde, with other big organizations, it shows that we're also doing something important. You should be proud to be a fellow of LYDI. Are you not proud? You're also going to be a success factor of LYDI. Some of you also take LYDI to another level. You will contribute your own value to greatness of LYDI. You will bring your own initiative and innovation ideas to LYDI. We are open. Yes, we are open. Reach out to anybody, come up to us. Okay, we can assess this, we can try this, to complement whatever we have been doing before. Do you get that now? So, and that's the essence of leading from behind. Servant leader, that's the point. Next slide. So, that first one is one of the concepts to have a mindset shift. You should understand the traditional leadership and the servant leader. They are getting there, right? Alright. Now, this is another one. Very important. It's also going to be contributing to the mind shift. There are some myths about servant leadership. Misconceptions. Number one, like I said earlier, it means being weak or passive. People see servant leadership as being weak. You know, when I say you coach, you guide, you overlook each other, it can't be as being weak. Sometimes I ask myself, is it that I'm weak? No, I'm not weak. No, I'm not weak. It's just this is the best approach to do it. You get that now? Servant leaders show immense courage. They challenge norms, hold high standard, and make difficult decisions. That's the truth about servant leader. But people take it to be weakness. They take it to be being passive. But rather, all these things happen. You have the courage. You take on challenges. This is a practical of what I'm just not telling you. Now, we started LYDI barely a year ago. We did not have any funding from any organization, from any government. We have not won any grants. This is a challenge, but we are so quiet, so humble. But we are making tough decisions. You're making tough decisions. And that is the power of servant leadership. The other one is, it is just, people say just being nice to people. You just want to be, they want people to call him Mr. Nice Guy. And I see those compliments, feedback many times. But you can't be nice to everybody. You can't be nice to everybody. That's what they keep saying. But the truth is that it's a rigorous discipline approach to develop people and achieving extraordinary results through others. Yes. It's tough being all those people. People don't know. They see it as you are just appearing nice. But you want to achieve results through others. That's why you are going through that approach. You know, while I was growing, I read a book about Mahatma Gandhi. That was where I learned about you can always win a war without going to the battlefield. You can always win a war without bloodshed. That resonates with me a lot. I always look for the best way to solve the problem without causing additional problem or causing any bloodshed. Some people take that as being weak. Some people take that as being Mr. Nice Guy. No! You're just trying to look for the better approach, and however it's tough, but you want to get through others. The other one, they feel that it means leaders do all the work, which is not. The truth of the matter is that servant leaders create a system, an environment where everyone can perform at their best independently. I'm using LYDI practically as an example for you. Look at these young guys. These are young people because LYDI is for the youth and is being run by the youth. Who else will understand the youth, if not the youth? So we created a system that allows people, everyone, to perform their job efficiently and effectively. We have the secretariat, we have the graphic designers, we have the media experts, we have the content creators, we have the responsible. You know, everybody does their job and they grow on it. So the people used to think that the leader wants to do all the work. Oh, that's the misconception about servant leadership. Servant leadership will create a system that will allow other people. And finally, they said it only works in certain cultures. Where the truth of the matter is that research shows that servant leadership drives performance across different cultures, industries, organizational types. I'll find out. Go look for a very performing CEO and see his leadership approach. Of course, it's not going to be a traditional way. It's a servant leadership approach. Don't look at the best CEO. Don't look at the thriving company and you see all these things there. You understand? So, with this, you should be able to have a kind of a paradigm shift in understanding with regards to servant leadership and traditional leadership. Yes, the last aspect is, other aspect is the core competencies of the servant leaders. What are the things that the skill sets that is important for you to have to be able to thrive as a servant leader? Yes. Number one is the power of active listening. Yes. I was saying it earlier, before I go, I want to mandate to everybody, those that have not gotten a copy of this book that was mentioned, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. That's the first book that transformed my leadership life. I read it to the extent that, let me say all of this. I read it to the extent that anytime I see a prospective wife I want to marry, that will be my first gift. When people want to... Yes, ma'am. You said? Yes. What did I just say? Okay. Oh, that was there.
So how many people did you give?
I gifted. Yes, I love the questions. It's a logical question. I gifted 3 people before I got married. I gifted one person after I got married. Oh, it's impossible. All right. No! Don't soft copy. I know what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, podcast, okay. I'm interested in you having the hard copy. I'm particular about it. The audio. I can't hear you clearly. No. I gifted prospective wife that I wanted to marry. I'm trying to bring out a point there. I said I did 3 after I got married, and I did 1 and I said that's a puzzle for you to solve. How do you get it? Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm telling you now, that it is mandated for everybody to get that copy of book. You see that book? It's so powerful that when you read it genuinely, I'm telling you the truth, you will have a change and transform leadership approach. You understand this concept. After finishing that book, I read a step further to read another book called Becoming a People Person. By who? By John C. Maxwell. Becoming a People Person. Becoming a People Person. Those are the books majorly that transform my human relationship leadership approach, servant leadership approach. So, now the first one here, the skill set is the power of listening. I read something like that in that book, that was how I referred to it. That was where I understood that when you are attending to somebody, pay attention to that person. Don't look like this. And because nobody is talking to you, and you're still, no! Don't say, let that person feel honored. Let the person feel honored that you are talking to, he's talking to you. You understand? So you listen very well. Servant leaders listen to understand, not to reply. Underline that statement. As a leader, as a servant leader, you need to understand what that person is trying to say. Try and have an interest in understanding it. Don't be eager to say, reply back. Do you understand? Listening is the foundation of trust, empathy, and genuine connection. That thing is supernatural thing that when you pay attention to listen to people, you feel connected with that person. It shows empathy at the end of the day. So, listening to understand people, not to reply, is very important. The step 1 of it is that pretend listening. Physically present, mentally lost. You can see that it's painted in red. Yes. Because it's dangerous, but it's thinking about your response. That's the first one. The set level 2, that's the first level, which is, you can see that it's painted in red, is not too good. It's not too good. The next one is selective listening. Hearing only what confirms your views or what seems immediately relevant. That's on that level. You understand? And the third level, which is, you can see in green, is good. Active listening. Focus on the words but missing the emotions and context behind them. Yes, you are listening, you are focused, but you are missing the connection. The message that person wants to bring out from it. You are not paying deeper attention to it. Do you get that now? But look at the last one. Empathic listening. Hearing words, sensing emotions, understanding intent. The servant leader's default. Servant leader's default. When you pay attention to what should empathic listening is that you hear while the person is talking, you also read his emotions, his gesticulations. And that is why you see some of the detectives, the security experts, they study that a lot. When you are talking, they read your emotions, they read your countenance, they read your gestures, they interpret everything as a psychologist. They interpret everything because they pay attention to you. And that's one of the best ways of listening. It's like a default way of listening for servant leader. Do you get that now? Very important. So active listening is the power of active listening is the number one skill set that you need to uphold. The next one, building trust and psychological safety. Building trust and psychological safety. So the trust is the bedrock of servant leadership. Without it, people cannot take risks, share ideas, or reach their potentials. If your people, your members, your team members, they do not trust you, they won't go extra mile. They won't stretch themselves. They won't take risks for you. Yes, they won't. They won't take any risk. They won't sacrifice at all. So, trust is very important skill for a servant leader. Consistency, the first one is consistency. Let your words match with your action. Do what you say every time. Repeatedly build confidence in your leadership. When people say that, okay, when people know you to be that, you say it, you do it. You say it, you do it. I tell people that when we are doing here in LYDI, we are building our profile, we are letting people know that we say it, we will do it. We will say it, we will do it. Is that? Are we my here? Or not? Are we my here? I'm again with Lawa. That's how it sounds actually. What they are saying is that let's imbibe that virtue of what you want to don't say it. Don't say it. And when you say it, ensure that you implement it. The day we are having a press conference launching LYDI, we say all of these things that we are doing. And we are doing it. Regardless of the challenges that we are facing, we can't come back to people because of the challenge we have to stop. No. We can't do that. So that's what very consistency is important. So people thought that we will not be able to do the second quarter of LYDI. Yeah. Seriously. They thought how we are going to do it because we are not government sponsored. We have not gotten any grants. We have not gotten major donations. And we are here doing good things. It baffles me. It pains me to my bone marrow when young people are doing great things, valuable things, are not getting support. And people that are doing frivolities, entertainment and all other things are getting huge support, huge donations. People get, as much as we are promoting talent or whatsoever, I don't know. But this is a talent pipeline platform. I'm saying all of this to let you know that consistency is important to us, regardless of every challenge. Safety to fail. Create an environment where experimentation is encouraged and failure is a lesson, not a punishment. Don't criticize people, don't kill them because of their failure. Let them feel safe. That if they fail, it's an experience, they are learning. If you give them tasks and they don't do it well, they are learning. Do you get that now? It's also very important way to build trust and accountability, psychological safety. Then the next one is vulnerability. As a servant leader, admit mistake openly. Yes, don't be egocentric. Don't be egocentric. Leaders who model vulnerability invite honesty from their teams. That's very key. When you model vulnerability, people that you are human, you are fallible, you can err, then you apologize. In that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, there's an aspect that talks about saying the word sorry. You understand very well. I'm sorry. Okay, take responsibility. And the servant leader, take responsibility. Yes. Don't think about who did this wrong. Accept this. Think from your own angle too. What part have I not done from my end? If somebody is complaining that LYDI, hey, no, look at you, are sweating. You are sweating. I'm supposed to have ACs here now. I'm supposed to have all of those things. But we are not blaming anybody. We are not blaming the government. We are taking us, okay, we'll do better. We'll do more. So it is expected as you as a leader, you don't blame, you don't take blame that, oh, one, share that Jerry. Why not take responsibility? Okay, is there anything I can also do? Take responsibility, and that's the leadership approach. Anywhere you find yourself, don't be quick to blame others. See how you can also contribute and take responsibility. The last one is care and concern. You demonstrate genuine interest in people. You understand this case in that book, How to Influence and Influence People. Show genuine love, genuine care for people. People love it a lot. Like when you show, and that's when I was in 100 level. I was the governor of my faculty. Two faculty of Pure and Applied Science and Medical Sciences. 1,002 lecture theater. I have this principle. When I talk to you, yeah, okay, there's no problem. We like to probably watch my song. But it's a sign of care. A sign of care. See, I'll give you a question about it's not joke. It's a sign of care. Show care for people. You may not be able to solve it, but if they are able to share their problem with you, you can recommend solution. Let people know that you care for them. Show genuine interest in their life, and they will be ready to follow you anytime, any day. Demonstrate genuine interest in people beyond their work output and performance. Beyond their work, beyond the work that binds you together. You understand? It really goes a long way. So, for that, we are through with that aspect of the skills. So, what mention the skills now? Excuse me there. And activism and what? The second one is what? Trust. Yes, those are the two areas that will have components under there. You understand? Next slide. Now, this session 5 is the semi-last card, which is the mapping your leadership journey, putting it all together into a personal action plan. Yeah. Next slide. Look at this. Rate your servant leadership strengths. Use this tool, reflective tool. For each dimension, ask yourself, where am I today and where do I want to be tomorrow? This is self-awareness, empathy and care, active listening, team empowerment, trust building, purposeful vision. List them down and ask yourself, evaluate yourself, rate yourself now and where you want to be. These are powerful tools that you need to reflect over that will, improve your servant leadership skills and strengthen you at the end of the day. You can literally become a servant leader that will be enviable and all that. People just will walk through. How are you doing it? They'll be asking questions. And I think that was the question that was resonating at our program yesterday. Everybody like, the chairman of the local government was like, hey, I don't know how you are doing it. How are you combining everything? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? I can't be PhD, and you are still also doing youth development. You are still also doing political engagement. You are still an academic person. How are you doing it? They will keep asking how, because you understood all of this, which is very important.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So regarding the empathy and the peer section.
Yeah.
So for instance now, not in particular, like you belong to the team, probably like, let me use Martin.
Yeah.
Martin belongs to the team.
Martin, we have Martin Lola. Martin Lula. So which of the Martin are you? Martin Lula.
So for instance, Martin Lula is a team leader in a particular place.
Okay.
And of course, I've learned to understand that we have different team members and different capabilities. Some are runners, some are doers, some are thinkers. So imagine Martin Lula and the team which has invested in a particular team member, and the person is not showing any kind of improvement. Are you still expecting us to keep showing this empathy and care to the same person?
Alright, thank you very much. So the similar case happened to a CEO that gave us giving a report at the board meeting that he has fired one of the members of staff. So, and it's a red signal to board members. And they are interested in why did you fire this person. So, the CEO took his time to start explaining that at first, when you observe the deficiencies, you understand, they call the attention of the staff. Okay, this is happening. Okay, do the needful. Still repeat itself. Okay, I think the need for is going for a training. The organizations sent the person for the training to fill that gap. Came back from that training. Still repeating the same thing. So next level, let us say, okay, once you give it time, take your time to relax and evaluate. Why is this thing repeating itself? They engage, they interact with that person. So still blabbing. Okay, that's the third stage. The fourth stage, you now give the person the last chance to like, okay, we want to put you on the spot. On the spot, like, okay. You have the next 2 weeks to make sure, before now, you are not giving that deadline or something. Just do it. If not do it, you find a way to do it. They gave you deadline. That okay, you want to really know this person wants to continue with us or not. And they failed the deadline. And that seal was justified. You know what the God said? They are justified. Because the failure, you cannot just fire somebody because he's underperforming. You cannot just fire a person because he's not doing too well. Perhaps you have not taken your time to see to other situations around the person. But with the report that the CEO gave, it shows that the CEO has explored every matrices, every indication you get out now to solve the problem. Then you are justified. So in that case, if you have a team member that is there, so ensure that you fulfill all the stages. Okay, what's the situation? Are you feeling something affecting you that's making you not to underperform? Okay, are you having character issue? Take your time to have the self-awareness and awareness about that person. If you now see that it's something else, maybe that person has character issue, maybe that person has something that cannot be changed, and you have taken your time to even send an external person to fix it. So, if you have the power to fire the person, you can fire. But if you don't have the power to fire the person, you can just place that person aside and continue your job. There's sometimes some group, you are not the one that appoint them. Maybe it's the system. You don't have option to work with them. Sometimes you have the opportunity to select your team. Sometimes they give you team to work with, and you have to find a way to work with them. So it depends on the situation and surroundings. Yeah.
Alright, so in addition to what you said,
Yeah.
and one thing I believe organizations need to put into consideration is many of these organizations, they prioritize skills more than value.
Yeah.
And currently within skill jobs, something I understood from what we do, even after his death, is that we prioritize value. Coca-Cola, they prioritize value more than skill. So many a times, I went for an interview there at Terraculture. That's what's that name? Austin Peter.
Oh.
So I was supposed to, I met with the HR, and the HR, every of the interviewers that came, or the interviewees that came, everyone complained about our character.
Wow.
Yeah, fine, we might not meet up to your expectation, but there's still a space for you appreciating people's value. Do you understand? So for every organization that will thrive now, that will still thrive tomorrow, that will keep thriving, they need to prioritize value. That wouldn't have happened if we considered value. Because all of this would have been tested before we have, because it's a loss of the organization.
Exactly.
So I think organization is.
I have to do that. Yeah.
So, let me give you this whereby they are team members, and there's a particular team member that takes it, for example, when anybody serious, is joking, is playing. And that kind of a person, it's not like no interested in doing what that is on ground. But when I say let's go do this, it's only about why don't you do this, why don't you do that. Now, and this kind of person, you have potential, that is very good potential. It's not very good in public speaking. But when you write, oh my God, writing is so good. And now you need to say to me, like don't think that part of that is like, this is your writing. Take that seriously, this is what you are doing. How can you, like, oh, let's say that, can I help that? Because I'm talking about myself.
I get you.
Actually, my partner.
Okay.
I will do our blogger and make a work because I will be serious and you'll be playing. And I'm like, what is you playing? Is it serious? And I'm like, no, relax. I'm always playing and I still get to me. So I just took my time to understand that, okay, it's not very good in communicating ideas, but if we sometimes come to and say, let me write it down. And sometimes just to engage him, I'll give
better. By the time I go to that, if I have good potential, why is it that when we are doing things, we always play? And I want to bring out that potential in you without resorting to maybe big fights.
I get it perfectly. Please try to ask enough for us. I've answered that indirectly to most of the presentation. First, on the concept of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. For you to know the people around you, their qualities, their area of strength and their weakness. If you understood that, that's the first thing. Now the next thing is that I also said that it's always create room for growth for every people around you. That they should develop, become a better version of themselves. So that kind of person, of course, let me just assume that you can't change the person in your team. But you know that this person has a skill. But this person is lackadaisical. He's playful. You understand that now? All you just need to do is to understand his playful nature that will not disrupt official sitting, one. Ensure that the playfulness does not disrupt official sitting. Don't mind if he is playful, in contributing, is playful, don't mind. It is to your own task. They're not playing. I know what you can do, don't worry. So while you are talking, you might choose that I want to give you a special task. Yeah, while we are doing the conversation, I want you to summarize that thing to me in 10 lines. And if you do this, but you have distracted him or her. Do you get that? You have given the person assignment that you'll be racking his head. Instead of having time to play out, you'll be racking his head. You are forcing him to go focus. You're not telling him to go focus. You won't hear that one. You engage him or her indirectly. That's your own skill. So many times a leader helps other people help them discover their talent. And he will later appreciate you. I have somebody among the directors that help the fellow directors in the course of growing. Yeah, you can do another thing. You can also do this. Let's start, and he started. He's a pro today. He's a pro. That guy is a pro now. This inside is all. This inside is all. He's a pro. You will see the project I want you to see outside. You will see it. He designed it. So, I'm trying to let you know that that's the job of the servant leader. You get that? Alright. Okay.
My name is Mr. Baranova. First of all, I want to appreciate everything I've done today. And I have a team. I have an organization, Team Triangle, and we have actually organized the different programs for teenagers. But I feel like one of the major challenges I have with my team is that when we are planning for events or programs, I usually find myself the one to remind them of what to do. So at the execution stage, they always struggle. Like at the planning stage, I find it difficult to hold them together. So I found that the challenge is not that they are not interested. The challenge is that they are like serial volunteers. They have a lot of things they are doing. So how do I manage them?
Okay. Alright, that makes sense. So it still boils down to one of the components I mentioned. Being aware about the nature of your team members. So you have answered this. You are aware that these people, they are serial volunteers. They have a lot on their table. However, they love the projects. They love to participate. They love to be among the team. But then, in the planning stage, they are not there. You should be aware about that and ready to face it head on. Same thing happened. I demonstrate. It happens to me in my undergraduate days. When I wanted to start the organization, I said the campus ambassadors. There are some good guys that we got ourselves together. We had like, for a whole semester, doing meetings of planning for the club, like the constitution, one model. It's not that we are mirroring an organization. You know, if you are mirroring an organization, it's easy for you to just adapt. But this time, we are not mirroring anything. We are starting from scratch. So we are thinking, so do old meetings like once in 2 weeks. Some people that will feel that they should understand, they will not join the meeting. People after they did not join. But they are good. So you know what I do? I'll just give them tasks to do. Hey, that anthem for me. And when the guy, I tell you, the guy brought that anthem, he's the anthem that is in that conversation. hey, guy, do this. You not attend the meeting, maybe 2-3 of us will attend. But the other people are not there, I will not be there, and I will not crucify them. But later on, they will join the train. So maybe they are not good at planning stage. They are not good at planning stage. They are good at implementation stage. Some good people are good at policy formulation. So you self-awareness and awareness about the environment is key things that you also do. And that will answer your questions. Just identify who they are and the way they can function well. And work with that. Otherwise, you have challenge. Do you get that? We are trying to force it to happen. You create more problem. Do you get that?
Okay, so my own question is for something related that I wanted to ask. Okay. So you're talking about traditional leadership and servant leadership. So at one point in time, I got to understand that traditional leadership is also effective to my servant leadership is also effective. So I want to understand what you are saying is servant leadership is better than traditional leadership, or
So sometimes you don't undermine policies and principles as people have gone before or anything like that. So without undermining the existing traditional leadership, because of the world is evolving, different aspects of life is also evolving. So you need to make use of tools, approaches that will give you the best results. Do you get that now? If there has not been a traditional leadership, there will be a build-up to become a servant leadership. Do you get that now? So it's just a step further. Why you understand? If you don't have basic leadership before, you can't be a true servant leader. So it's dependent, like it's a build-up. You get that now? It's a build-up on traditional leadership. Do you get that now? So it's not to relegate or discredit traditional leadership. So for optimal performance and optimal results, servant leadership do better. That's just it. Okay? Alright.
So it's not like a question. My name is Sawale. It's not like a question. But I just want to add to what you said.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I believe so much personally. I'm open to learning. So I believe so much that all these forms of leadership work hand in hand. Sometimes as a servant leader, you might be in a situation where you have to implement traditional leadership. So I believe so much that the kind of people you're working with would sometimes determine the approach that you give. So as you said, I'm like, you can also have something like serve leadership.
That makes sense. Just like you have been, when they release new version of a product, does not mean that previous version does not have any usefulness. It has been embedded and upgraded. So it's like you are using both together. So you are right. It's like you are using the both together eventually. Yes. What's that person?
Good afternoon. My name is Ibrahim. So it's not a question. It's more like a contribution to all that has been said. And I think one thing that stands out for me is purposeful vision, right? Because as leaders, I'm a Christian by religion, and the Bible tells me that whenever you can be able to run with it. As a leader, I believe one of the most important skills you have, or you should have, is the ability to be able to influence people with communication through language, right? As a leader, you should be able to give your team members your lens and see themselves as they are, or better still, show them what they can become if they work with you properly, right? You should be able to communicate properly with people. It's all of these things still goes down to communication. You cannot communicate properly, most likely people you're working with will have issues with you, right? You cannot influence people if you cannot communicate properly. I listened to Jimon. How many of us know Jimon? Right? And you can be seated here and you watch a 20-minute clip, and then you are just motivated to do something you've never thought of
And it's just the power of communication. So I believe all of us must be able to work on a powerful vision and must be able to have a proper delivery to all our customers.
Awesome. All right. At the last page of our presentation, like I said, you can add a 90-day servant leadership spirit challenge, sprint, like a challenge. So, the first 30 days, you reflect and discover by completing your leadership self-assessment, identify your top 2 growth areas, request feedback from 3 trusted colleagues, and define your personal leadership values. Put out in the next 30 days, evaluate yourself, and the next 30 days, you practice and apply, you get that done. So, by implementing one new servant behavior weekly and be intentional about it. And of course, begin a daily leadership reflection journey. You can have a journal and you do your journaling for daily leadership reflection. You get that done. It's a good thing. And also, you have a deliberate coaching conversation daily. Yes, you can do that with your younger sister, your friend, or anybody, and you want to do a coaching conversation every day. You have an opportunity for a podcast, you can start it. If you don't have anybody to talk to, do a recording and post it on your YouTube page. Post it on your Facebook page. Coaching conversation daily. You understand? So, along the line, so let me continue before I say that. Create your team empowerment agreement. So you do that for another 30 days. Then the last 30 days to evaluate, you want to review and show commitment. Be assessed again against your baseline scores. You understand? Share your learnings with your team openly in the session with all you have learned so far. And of course, set your next 90 days goals accountability and celebrate growth and your team. All these things is very important to do because you want to, it will take it to another level. It will open some doors. It will expose you to some things while you are doing all of this. For example, you are doing the journaling. Just write journaling. You can do a documentary in that journal. You are doing a conversation, coaching conversation daily. You can have a podcast with that naturally. Different things will get out of this. And it's something that when you do it, you will see that a better version of yourself will come to play. And I believe that the servant leadership that we have discussed so far is a principle that you take your time to reflect, review, and understand it. You have a paradigm shift in your mindset about the way you lead others and the way other people perceive you. And you can see we took our time to ensure that this is the first foundation of this program. So that when you understand true leadership, when you understand true leadership, you understand that the foundation that people lose other areas of life, then it will prepare you to perform optimally in other sectors. And I believe that this little engagement we had for like 1 hour, I want to believe that we have learned a lot, grown a lot. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Yes, you are so paid.
I'm so sorry. So I could have, because I know myself and I know the lot of people around me to live that now. So if I open up the invitation, it happens to blow. Yes, so to blow and when you come, I need to take care of it very well. And I cannot afford not to take care of you. So I don't want to offend you. I don't want to offend many people. So I need to make it very little so that I can take care of everybody. But as much as I know that we'll still have many sessions together, you are my family. Yes, you are my family. I love to have a direct relationship with everybody there. So I look forward to that before your 3 months end. I'll have a one-on-one relationship, conversations, project initiation. I'm open anytime, reach out to me. Want conversation, mentorship, like some people want to pay for mentorship, you are not paying for mentorship on my end. You have free access, Martin. They have free access. You can put me up on anything, I will attend to you. You can seek your opinion. You have an initiative, let's rub minds together, let's share together. I'm ready to join the train and all of that. Thank you very much. Yes, somebody wants to say something? Yes. Yes, please. Martin, please drop it on your plate.
All right, thank you.
Drop on that one.
When I'm getting it.
It's a every week. At the end of every week.
Everything
Not every week. Yes, you get it. It's not to be very small. Yes.
So I wanted to ask, right, throughout your doctorate degree process, I wanted you to cite a challenge that you encountered and how you were able to use all those things that you thought of to solve that particular challenge.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, it's not only when I started my PhD, my journey started since when I graduated. And I've been implementing, I told you one thing, I won't lie to you, the secret. The knowledge that transformed my leadership mindset was the book of Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. John C. Maxwell wrote about becoming a good person, and there's one other one. Yes, 21 irrefutable laws. So there's one other one. How to become a leader. John C. Maxwell still. Not that one. I read highly effective 7 habits of highly effective people. I read that. I read those books at my 100 level, 200 level place. It changed my leadership. So I've been on that journey since then. So from secondary school, I've been only leadership position. I was president of Death Club. So I think I have that trait. So I started pursuing that. So first from my PhD journey, I started on this. I started on the way back. But for PhD is another thing entirely. PhD is another thing entirely. It's not something I just say I will do PhD. PhD is educational. It's not interesting. It's not good. So because I was determined, I did my master, I was supposed to do 2 years, I did it for 5 years. Understand? It's a video of strike, challenge, transformational. I did not quit. A friend of mine that was also doing architecture, he quitted in 4th year. And later I advised him, he started another master with Philip University. So for the first time, I'm joining to another problem exam. And it's not something that you should just now first of all, this master's journey. So you have a glimpse of what will happen in PhD. You get that now. It's different from undergraduates. Undergraduates, wishy-washy, this, that, just do it. You know how to just produce, you have a fantastic result and all of that. But masters, we are taking a step further to be more intentional about that particular field. PhD, yes, we are completely intentional. And that was why I took my PhD. And I don't just do a PhD for doing sake. I ensure that I build something valuable to address societal deficits, which is the social menace, which I was able to address a problem at the end of the day. My work was on mathematical modeling of drug abuse dynamics. Yes. Can I? Okay, let me break it down. Mathematical modeling means resolving real-life problems with mathematical equation and using mathematical tools to solve the model and get the results. So I model a population of drug abuse, considering different categories of population, using an ordinary differential equation. So I was able to solve that and doing the optimal control analysis. You know, it's an optimal control. You want to control the spread of that menace. So at the end of the day, I was able to get a result that shows that the most cost-effective at the situation where we have limited resources to reduce the spread of drug abuse in society is through advocacy against drug and rehabilitation therapy. So from my own end, and I came up with an advocacy tool that will make the advocacy easy in another way, which is an interactive way, entertaining way and a creative way, by coming up with a board game where you have maybe different zones. You have temptation zones, you have the consequence zones, you have the resilience zone. When you get outside there, you can see the pivot. The name of the game is Pivot, the resilience game. So you can see them, they're outside there. So and then you have access to it. You put it through and follow.
I'm just a bit curious.
You try.
When you said mathematics, is it like you draw mathematics symbols and expressions? Like you're using pi, you're using
I said it earlier now. I said differential equation.
like blue mathematics.
Of course now, I represented, let me break it down again. You know, I said real life problem into mathematical equation. So there's something that we call variables. There's something that we call parameters. So there are some variables that are considered. I consider a variable which is a population of those that are susceptible. You know not susceptible? Naive. You understand that now? They don't take drugs or they are open to be influenced. I consider that population of light drug users. I consider that population of heavy drug users. I consider that population of people undergoing rehabilitation. Another population of people that are mentally ill. Another population of people that are prudent. They are not taking it, they are choosing not to take the drug. So these are different populations. I represented them in different letters. S, L, H, M, R, and P. Those are variables. On the other hand, I have parameters. Parameters that maybe that for progression of someone that is a light drug user becoming an heavy drug user. There is a parameter that represents that. There is a parameter that allows point of influence to influence somebody that is taking drug. Someone that is taking drug influence someone that is not taking drug. There is a parameter that is beta, pi, gamma, delta, tau.
Encounter, but I saw it was through a move called numbers. You now using numbers to solve criminal cases.
Yeah.
And this stuff in my head, like if I watch all the movies, like that number, like how did they come up with that concept? And I've been seeing it like real, really actually solve problems. Now I was acting like real mathematics.
Yes, same mathematics. All the mathematics that you do in secondary school, you did matrices now.
Yes.
There is part of the analysis that I must use matrix. I must get inverse of a particular matrix. I must solve to want to get eigenvalues. Let us look here. Alright. Yes. Sorry, I will attend to you.
So, my question is,
we have like 10 minutes to run.
my question is on competition and collaboration.
Yeah.
So you talked about competition, and I think you advocated for collaboration.
Yeah.
So yeah, at one point in time, there are certain programs I've attended that actually have been used for competition, because I think the idea behind it is that this competition actually gives faster growth.
LD competition.
LD competition.
LD competition is allowed.
Okay.
LD competition.
I want to know, let me use the word red flag. Your red flag for competition in general.
Thank you. Let me give you a better analogy to understand LD competition from religious competition that we are discouraging. As you are here now, so I heard somebody saying that I have an organization, I heard somebody that I have a group, I heard somebody saying that I have this, I have that, I need this thing, I need that. So, when somebody in this house does not have something like that, or you have challenged that person, you are challenging that person right around now. Oh, these guys are not playing. I need to also come up with something I can do. You still do a session about social enterprise and all of that. And I will bring out some things in you. Do you get that now? So there is room for LD competition. But when it is getting to a stage where you are thinking of holding this the person that is already doing something still feeling intimidated by someone else that is doing another thing, that's a red flag of competition. You're already doing something, and somebody is doing another thing. You are not feeling threatened or intimidated because what that person is doing. That's a red flag of competition. It's not LD anymore. It's toxic. So you only do LD competition to enhance development. For example, you'll be doing projects out of this program. It's a competition, but it's only competition that will lead to development and many other things. Do you get that? It leads to development. So LD competition is allowed, but rivalry competition is not encouraged. Do you get that now? Now, we had a press conference recently, and part of the content we were talking about. Okay, I told you guys now. How would you imagine LYDI competing with Latin Japan? It's even suicide mission. But do you know that LYDI is also challenging Latin Japan? Like, it's also putting Latin Japan on their toes to do better, to do more. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. That's LD competition. But because it's LD, that is why LYDI could easily write to Latin Japan for partnership. Okay, when we finish our 3-month program, okay, because we are doing something together, something good together that aligns, okay, why not allow us, our fellow, to also take a 1-week program from your end, focusing on government policy and implementation and all of that. That's our partner, that's partnership, that's collaboration. How the competition led to that? Before now, Latin Japan only does only the 3 months, 1-year program for 30 fellows. Now, they are cascading to local government. They are also learning from some of the things that we also do. But they will not come and tell us now. That's the competition. But we can also collaborate to do better. Do you get that? So every competition is allowed. We are not satisfied.
Okay, the competition I'm trying to highlight is more individual. Because everybody can articulate what it is. Every individual is competing against each other. So I suppose one draw the line between that LD competition and the rivalry. Because it actually caused a lot of issues.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. Let me just give a reference from my own end. That is the you just mentioned. The reason why I feel like it's competitive because everybody wants to travel out of the country. Yes. Now, as I said today, I also did a webinar for the Corridor division thing. So I asked a question, I think the last question. The turn up was very, very low. And I think it on the live session here. During the 1 day, the 5 days leadership training, everybody before was still asking questions. And all. So that one is different. Because everybody wants to talk about it.
It's not about sorry. Sorry, that's not what she said. If I stand up in this room and I ask them my first travel out, so I don't think that's
it's one law, maybe not the major.
So in my own opinion, I don't think that people naturally they are looking for the best of the best. That is why people are trying to show their best. Do you understand? There's a position attached to it.
Yeah.
Let's assume this our 2027 election that is coming up. We have different people vying for governorship, and everybody are looking for strategies to get there. So I think that is what, because we have team leads, different team, everybody wants to become team lead. For everybody that went to Billy, the truth is everybody, not we are going there today, but everybody's standing at the back of their mind. I want to become team lead, I want to become that team lead. Do you
Thank you very much. That question and answer was the same division. So I actually understand where it's coming from. Irrespective of that, I would say that it was just personal. Because what we said, I have to tell you sorry. I just feel like it was based on, like, I understand when there was competition in it. But whether we like it or not, it's you that would decide it was healthy competition or not. My friends and I would say, out of, I think you understand. Out of 4 of us, 3 people got in, and I was one of the most excited person at the
concept of the Black 5-day training. It was not to select the training. It was going to come and also network these people. In network education, which I'm not talking as much, but we already have initiatives that we also want to bring up. My friends now, they have plans already and they're involving that, oh, Martin, this is what I want to do personally. Chelsea owns a selfless foundation. And she's like, oh, Martin, I would love you to be part of it. I would love you to be part of that. That's for me, that's one thing I do for this today. And just for example, we have to show that we are today.
So, I particularly debated that they don't listen. And what I understand from the video is that there are two things involved. So the first thing is video is a competition. Do not actually be yourself right. It's a competition. I'm coming. Please let me learn. The video is a competition, the way it is designed towards choosing ambassadors. Let's get it clear. Yeah. So it is a competition towards choosing ambassadors. But they are designed in a way that even those that are not eventually ambassadors will also learn. And that was why they are claiming that even after that 5 days, if you do not meet up with the ambassadors, you have something you took home. I took a lot of things home, even network. So my point is that it was designed, if LYDI designed it that way, that after this training control, there will also be competition there. So the way it was designed, that was how it was. No matter how we want to be, everybody will compete because I also want to go to a board, I want to be the ambassador.
Because I also went to not and I made it to yes, but I did not make it to but I became a volunteering ambassador. When I was applying for the video, I didn't even know that there's anything traveling attached. I didn't know that I felt like this is the place I needed to be. I wanted to network, I wanted to sharpen my skills in language. So when I got here, I started looking at that. I said a lot of people, like my age, everybody has different mindset and different things as to why they were there. So people that already knew the system and the game, they were aiming for the traveling out. And me, I kept telling everybody something. Traveling out. I also want to travel out. But the one thing, what is the essence of why you here? You have to tell yourself what you here. All right. I didn't travel out. I needed to travel out. You guys all became ambassadors and travel. But I have seen conditions, lifetime connection, and this is what I do. My own people like this, my brother. Exactly what I do.
All right, thank you very much. Okay. Because of time, healthy competition, let's one of this. So, as much as I always try to avoid conversations around the I allow you to express yourself. Yes, I'll allow you, please.
I don't want to give you misconception of the video or not video. What my question is, where you draw the line?
So the reason why I allow that people to respond is that perhaps I'm not written the deal. Maybe you can read from your colleagues. But the truth of the matter is that I think that lady, the matter to set a particular point, you will determine yourself. At the point when you are going extra mile beyond the LD competition, in line that is there, you will know yourself. Because of your intention and what you are hoping for, do you get that? You don't know to be desperate. But you know. You know. It will show. Forget it will show. Let me tell you, except you are trained and mentored, there's one of the ambassadors now, one of our directors here, Director Atitemi. I mentored him during the process. And I understood the concept very well. That, okay, as much as you don't even think about traveling when you want to go to the top. So I was guiding him at every stage. Of when you don't show desperation, just do your thing. Just complete activity and reserve, just those kind of messages. And he followed through. And those things were working. I mentored another person in the next stage, the one that I just completed now. Abbas Aketola. He was supposed to be selected. Trust me, for a get that division. But because of the needed a lady with disability.
Yes, that was
That's what they pick that girl. Her path could have been selected. Where I'm going is that mentorship, guidance, that approach of, of course it's competition, but if you don't have someone that mentor you, you will show desperation. Yes, Martha Milola. Okay, the pick now. I mean, the picture said they ended. Do you get that now? The picture said they know about. Yes, Avast is my product. Do you get that now? Everybody knew that Avast will be pick. And where I'm going is that as much as you are competing, you understand that now? If you don't have somebody guiding you, that competition will become unhealthy for you. Omar, it will show right in your face. But if there's somebody controlling you, guiding you, you'll be guided and you'll still be interested in that particular goal, in that ball that I want to pick, I want to be able to pick. But it will not show in your face. Do you get that now? So it's you that will decide, that will know that I'm already crossing the boundaries. Do you get that now? That is going to be the last person that will call us. Yes.
Thank you. I have a question.
Of course. Okay, no.
I have a question, but let me just say something. This competition or no competition, I'm not talking about the organization with us. So I want to use the word goal. I think it's all round up to the word goal. Because when you hope for something and you think you get that, you start to feel negative. So I say something to myself like, I don't want to win. I just want to win. And at that point in time, I'll find myself and I'm going to win a lot of that. Hope is like, when I say something that don't hope in your life. Because if you hope is like, okay, this thing, I want it. And if you don't get it, you start thinking, you see all the bad things you think about this water. That's just it. So aside from that, I want to ask a question about my initiative. Especially this video level. Sir, I'm a student of religions and Christians. So, particularly studying history, Lagos students. So, a student of Christians. So, we do a lot of others, diplomatic, trying to, the country now to know all the issues and all this stuff. Aside from that, I'm also in one of the things, and then I will also look another organization. And all these organizations I don't like being in an organization that I don't contribute. Yes. So let's say my own organization is like Focus Project, right? It's a youth-led initiative to bridge the gap between environmental sustainability and what peace means. How environmental affects the way we live, peace in general, right? So it was another organization that now pushed me out to start to advocate for these things in life. And that is the Millennium Convention for 2025, which was the campus. So I tried to, push myself out, post all these things. Then I put it in my mind that after this project, after these 3 months initiative, I'm going to continue with the consistency. That's my mindset. So now I've finished. Where is that consistency? I know this is a water. And I realized that consistency is not you start here. You can start here, reach here, come back here. So that thing, I don't know if it's playing in my mind that if I start here, reach here, come back here. Now, I'm feeling like, okay, this is me. I'm in school already. Okay, I'll do this. Come back home, PA to lecturer, record all the recording work, do this, do that. How would I want to manage this organization? One of my members called me and said, this thing you are doing, it's all end up in drive. I don't have something driving it. It really hurts my feeling because I feel like you guys don't know what I want for this organization. Initially, April, I did an April calendar.
You mean your group like?
Yes, I did an April calendar. We have April 1st, Monday, Thursday. This is what I'm going to do this week. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm the only one doing it. I'm the graphic designer of this design. I'll look at you, do this. And I actually pick these people because I feel like, you guys can see do something. So it's not giving me like, you're not doing anything. I'm giving it. Like, I don't want to do anything anymore. I just want to live the organ. And you really want it. Sometimes I'll just sit down and say, sometimes I'll sit down and
My phone is like, I'm making myself now. Please, really, I don't know.
I got you, yeah. Yes, I will allow you. Want to reply out? Yes, I will allow you to reply.
So, I think one thing that got to me, right? I started an organization from far, and within 9 months, we have grown to over, I think, 50 plus. And one thing is, before I started, I started how to do that. I started. Yes, I don't have anybody. Sorry? Yeah. I don't have anybody. Research education whatever. It's one of the from US, right? What's to Africa, right? And I don't have anybody bringing institution with me. What did I do? I still looking out for my small children, my friends. People that are my friends. I will talk to them after I see picture with them. I see what people are pushing for that. I know okay, one person is doing graphics like, oh, I'll borrow him for like 2 weeks. 2 minutes I want. Another person that I because close circle. When you have a close circle, then they expand. Start looking for volunteers. Start sending out on LinkedIn. Text, guys, I'm giving something. There's no how you send something on LinkedIn or Instagram. You look for emails or you look for all these kind of opportunities for you. And you tell them you have an organization, right? Like not see them to get they are looking into that vision. And those things will be very time. That's what happens. We are now. I can call this now. We do over 4,000. If I don't
I sort of have, I had a personal experience very nice. I was experiencing things when I held smaller. Now, it was difficult for me to say, I think what you do is that's sort of like not everything. So, I did something like, I call it right? Something like what for this or I know myself. I have a very plan. If I do this tracker, I will do it. I don't know if you understand this particular tracker. If I do this, I'll do it. And I'll devise a smaller version. So out of that one, it's one week. Everything I have to do, instead of thinking about everything I will do in 1, 2, 3, and then I'm doing like I'm there. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Right? That week, I did a lot of things that I thought I would do because I simplified that. Secondly, right, I think he has sort of a big point around that. But one thing I want you to understand is people are valued, right? People are valued, and man by nature itself can be. If you want this person to be valued, you have something, right, in his head that you feel like it's an uncover. That person that you're complaining about, that okay, maybe they don't see it. I use myself as an example. Most of the time, I'm always like the failures, president. But there have been projects where it was singing and I was like, and people will be wondering, why am I advertising? I don't know if you understand that. So I don't want to be face of everything. But in instances where I have to do this, I ensure that this same person that I know is that's how it's a I'll bring them on board to say, this is I've already learned something. If you do this, I'm going to do it, and that's it. So my point is that have like a simplified track. Instead of with 1 to 10, do with 1 test. Even if it's 3 days, if you do it for 10, you find people will naturally join your trip. And then at the end of the day, now devise the networks. I'm already thinking about the lot of things. One person can tell right there, I already had one like I should get something or something like that. Whether or not I get it now. So that's the idea. You already have the goal that this organization is going to grow. They are going to do right. Don't let it be about whether or not be about you. I'm going to be a very simple transaction.
Alright. I want to believe that those responses suffices. Yeah. Alright, so I've gone through this. I'm going through this. I'm not making mouth. don't make it up. I've gone through that stage. I'm still going through that stage. Because in as much as you want to continue to create, innovate, you face this challenge. Accept that you don't want to come up with new innovation, this and that. That's why you don't face this challenge. But the question is, do you allow the challenge to overwhelm you or you surmount it? So I'm practically using LYDI for you to relate very well as an example, so that you can understand that it just takes somebody that is ready to take innovation. It takes one person. One person. That one person will make things happen. It does not mean that one person will do all the job. No. So if you believe in a project and an ideology that you so much have passion for, the very first thing is start it. Start it anyway, anyhow. Yes. Anyway, anyhow, start it. That's number one. Number two is that stick your eye to the ball of that organization. That focus, like stick your eye to it. Don't be distracted. Because if you do not stick your eye to it, the challenges that will happen along the way will distract you. Now, part of that is what you have mentioned. People to work with. This, that, overwhelming things, and all of that, they are challenges. But if you stick your eye to the ball, you only ensure that you can't do everything at once. If it's just things I can hold on to, let me hold on to it very well. If the only thing you can be doing for now is social media posting, graphics, content, keep doing it for 1 year. People are following, people are seeing, they're tagging necessary people, they are seeing it. If the only thing you want to be doing about your advocacy is a voiceover being broadcast or recording once in a week, be doing it. Do you understand that now? Don't put too many things that will overwhelm you. One of the questions somebody asked me was that, guy, how are you able to do all of these things that you are doing together? I'm a lecturer in university. I'm DG of LYDI. I'm a strong politician. I'm a religious person. I do business. Do you get that now? I do youth activities. I have personal brand that I run. I do a whole lot of things. Ask me, how do you do it? When we're having a session, we're going to have that session that we're talking about burnout. Last Jack on day. I was there yesterday. I was just saying, the lady was saying the way it is, and that's the principle I use. I have too many things in my front, but I don't allow them overwhelm me. Pick this one, fix it, bad, forget it. Pick the next one, fix it, bad. I pick one after the other. I don't let the whole of progress of work consume me. No. I'll start picking them one after the other. And I get to it. That's where I do it. If I'm in school, lecturing, I forget everything. I focus on lecturing. I will lecture my students very well. I will do school activities very well. If I'm in the streets of politics, you say, is this Dr. MJ? You see me in another spirit. You see me in another spirit. And if you are in the development space, you see me in another spirit too as well. Because I'm just picking one after the other. I don't like anything to overwhelm me. When I'm doing my PhD, every time I travel to school or Bomoso, I forget Lagos. I focus on my research. Do you get what I'm saying? So don't be overwhelmed. Don't put everything on your head. You are currently 300 level schoolwork is at your first class. Good. You want to make results too as well. Of course, now you have to, that's your primary assignment in school. Don't get it twisted. That's the primary, but those are still in school. The primary assignment is going to have a good grade out. But at the same time, you have to do some secondary things. This is part of it. When I tell people that the current speaker of Lagos State Parliament, she's my mentee. She's a first class student. of Philosophy Department in LASU. It's Maria Shokuleke. She's the vice chairperson of the entire speakers in Nigeria. And she's the youngest in Nigeria in Lagos. She has a lot on her table. But in the middle of that, she has to continue with her first class. She's doing all of that things. So it is you that you adjust yourself and apply yourself. Don't be overwhelmed. Through a idea, you leverage on a idea. You understand? The organization keep track on it, because everything will complement one another at the end of the day. Do you get that now? So don't be overwhelmed. Do you get that now? Don't be overwhelmed. Alright. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the nice moments we've been having with you guys. And now I want to talk as DG LYDI. Director, you allow me. I should step back first.
Sir, you have a few minutes.
Okay. Alright, I want to talk as DG LYDI. Someone who has brought you together. Now I'm not talking as a particular again. Yes. Okay, so I want to say that we are happy to have you around. And we are trying our best to ensure that we do all the best. That you experience something not right with the journey. And it's going to be a tough one for the next 3 months. Also, I've been to you guys that next time I take the time. So we'll do a poll, technically at least we'll do a poll to ensure that physical sessions are paid. Because we have one physical session in a week. So the poll is focusing on if you have, sometimes you have to adjust yourself. So, is that your physical session happen during the week or a Saturday? So, there will be difference. But of course, you take the larger opinion. So you get that now. But we're sure, now listen, we're sure that if it is Saturday, you understand, it will not take too much time, maximum of 3 hours. Maximum. Or less. 3 hours or less. You understand that now. So, and because we are dealing with many graduates, and if it's going to be during the week, you get that it's going to be also the same time, like 3 hours, never forget, 3 to 4 hours. It's going to be during the week, because we have started like 11 or 10, and we finish like around 2 or 3. Yes, because we have prepared park facilitators that will take us through park sessions. You can't all be satisfied with the timing. You can't all be satisfied with the timing. Just sacrifice. Please sacrifice. Okay, that is important for this program. And just focus on what you want to gain and what you want to learn. Just continue on. Just continue on. I understand it needs to become as much of a challenge. And also, I want to also ensure that after every session, always go to your Facebook page. We will do it for you as LYDI, takeaways. And you always see it now. There's takeaways from you. Do it. You can also do your own takeaway from after every session. That's another content for you. After every session, summarize what you have learned. So that you can do a post about it. Tag is not necessarily target. Target why they are collaborating with us and let's see. Do you understand that now? Speak about LYDI, this that you have learned, this that you have seen. Talk to people. Attract opportunities for LYDI anywhere you go. Be proud to be a member of LYDI. You're gonna be proud. Yes, be proud. Be proud of it. You know. We are the second set of LYDI. Still the foundation set. You know, the first set, second set, still foundation. Till the third set, you have to foundation set for any institution. Do you get that now? So the last set, they are contributing their value as a speed to LYDI. They also can emphasize to do other projects. This Samuel, who is the member of the last fellow of the first cohort, understand? He's also doing the part of the pivot team. It's another project that is not LYDI. It's another project, and it's one of you that is taking it. And it's putting places. Some of it too, things will happen. So I want to appeal to you that take your time, adjust yourself, and be open to suggestions, opportunities, observations. And if you have any criticism, please feel free to reach out to any of the directors. They are open to improvements. I can tell you, LYDI is here just a year, and we are still going. We're a baby. We're not competing with anybody. Yes, we're not competing with anybody. We are going on our own. We're ready to collaborate to strengthen what we do. That's why we have the balls to reach out to our people, like I keep saying. Like this May, we're going to have a physical meeting with the leadership of the Japan. We have a virtual meeting, but this May we have a physical meeting for our partnership. I think it's going to be a big way for us. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay. Wow. Please, I want to applaud our stage one today. I want to believe that the session was powerful, right? The energy. What? How was the energy? Was it fire?
Yes, now.
So, we know that for the demand, the time is almost getting near. And also, we are going to show you some of the slides about your session. So, like, second spiritual and then people know about that. It's also, right? Also, probably we are going to have the theme.
No problem now.
Okay.
I did it now.
So, we are going to select
Yes.
for this cohort, a male and a female, and going to happen now. So, for the time being, for the Jumat of 3:30 around.
3:30.
Yes, I know there's 3:30 around.
Yes, that's it.
Somebody told me
It's for 3.
So there is one of 3 and there is one of 2. So family is going to be like 16 at this time because we are going to select a team now.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with each other. I mean, no.
We are
getting to third session. It looks always quiet. It looks always quiet. Yeah. See, I'm going to do that. So from your team, you believe that you is not going to invite anyone to be live now. So experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. I've offended some people here. I just want to make this video. Some people have messaged me, I have not replied. I'm so sorry about that. I'll do that. It's because we have lineups of programs. That's why I've not responded. I'm so sorry. I apologize openly. So, as my apology is accepted. Yeah, so I will take you through the system and culture briefing before we this is going to be fast, it's not going to take our time before we choose our team lead. So let's go. The first one, go second. You know about LYDI already? Let's go. Alright, so your cohort, you'll be having a 12-week training, which you know, and also your 40 fellows. Then you have 3 modules. Then you'll be having 32 sessions for the 3 months. 32 sessions. Excluding, because we have others, like others. The others can be, we might meet with a CEO of a company that will just give us, bring your 40 fellows next week. So that one is not counted as the main curriculum. Do you understand? We already have lineup curriculum and facilitators from week 1 to week 12. Wow. Week 1 to week 12. So so for you to be certified as a fellow of For you to be certified as a fellow of LYDI, you must attain 80% attendance.
we don't joke with attendance. 80% attendance. So you'll be having your module 1, that is week 1 to 4, module 2, week 5 to 8, that is entrepreneurship. Then module 3, governance. Then at the end of week 12, you'll be having showcase of what you have done from week 1 to week 12. So we have a monitoring and evaluation director. We were supposed to have been doing that, but by the weekend we are going to drop it for you. So every session will have an evaluation form that asks questions. What do you feel about the session? And some questions about your leadership and about the session. You'll be having that. Then at the end of the week, you'll be having a test that combines all the sessions, because each week has a designed topic. A design topic. So each week you'll be having a test. Then each module, at the end of the 4 weeks, you'll be having an exam. So you'll be having an evaluation, a test, an exam. Are you getting me? So if you did not attend those things, there's no how you can pass and get LYDI certificate. That is that for that. Then also, I said something about 80% attendance. So you must always, if you know that you'll be absent, send a mail to the secretariat. But I can assure you now I'll be active because I'll be very, very busy. If you send me message, so I will actually prioritize you. Just send your message. I'll take it. It's because I've been very, 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 very packed. So we have things that you'll be doing. Number 1, you can put it down. Number 1, you'll be having your PLDP series, your personal leadership development series. So this is like a journal from your day 1 of LYDI. I got into LYDI like this. You know, LYDI training is 90 days. That is 3 months. Your day 1 LYDI, you have a journal. We are going to design it and give you. Day 1, what happened to me? Day 1, since I have entered LYDI, and what has changed? Or what do you do in your day 1? Your day 2, your day 3, your day 4, your day 5, till the end of day 90. So at the end of your training, your week 12, you'll be submitting it to the secretariat. So we are going to review everybody's PLDP. So we'll give you a format, you will type, you will write, you will do everything, you put your diagram, you will do everything. So why are we doing this? We want to be very, very, very interested in your development. It's not as if we are just training you and just releasing you. Because at the end of the training, that's what we call cascade training. At the end of your training, so at the end of the training, you'll be having train the trainers. You'll be training 10 youths using your PLDP series. What you have learned so far, you'll be doing that. Then thirdly, you'll be having your cohort project. So your cohort project will be grouping you. So I don't know, we are going to do that over the weekend, but we'll give you feedback later. So we'll be grouping you. You'll be implementing real-time project. So that's not just me. Yeah. So this is it. Your session assignment and practical time, 25%. Your personal leadership development plan, 15%. Your capstone community impact project, 35%. Your participation, engagement, and peer contribution, 15%. Post-fellowship commitment declaration, that is your cascade, 10%. So this leads to 100%. So without it, we are going to, because it's not everybody will be giving certificate. it's not everybody will be given certificate if you did not reach this percentage. So we are going to be intentional for this. So this is what you'll be doing from the administrative part. This is what you'll be using to. So that. So these are your key contacts. We have the administrative coordinator that will be in charge of your attendance, your submission, your logistics, and your schedule. We have your program director that will be in charge of your academic matters, your capstone, your facilitator, concern. So welfare officers to work with the secretariat, the administrative coordinator, your accommodation. If you have any health issues, you can let us know. Your mentorship coordinator, which happens to be your alumni, and that is Director Suliat Ogun. And your DG, anything that has to do with your escalated matters, any matters that is beyond the directors, you can. But before you reach out to the Director General, you reach out to your program. But if you feel that, no, don't let me reach out to my program, you can go straight to the Director General. So this is your program schedule. Foundation, that is your hybrid physical field and food. So let me put it to your ear. DG, finance 29. Finance.
Yes.
So May 29th is just for you to know ahead. We have a session, very power-packed session with Ministry of Finance. You will not clap for us. So before that time, actually, you might still have field trip to Leap Africa and some other organizations. So we consider that German background. Move.
Oh, sorry.
So now, I want you to read this to commit yourself, because we have said this and we have sealed this. So I want you guys to read this. You have done a pledge before, but this one is administrative pledge. That one was LYDI. This one is administrative. So I want you to take this commitment pledge. Let's go. Let's start. Together.
I will submit all assignments on time and to standard required. I will treat every fellow facilitator, staff members, and community members with dignity and respect. I will complete my personal project with integrity and genuine community impact. I will honor my post-fellowship commitment to cascade my learning to I will uphold the reputation of Cohort and the
Thank you so much. So your virtual session that you'll be having, please always put your full name. See, even though you did not feel your attendance, we have done it in a way that once you enter the meeting, we have your IP address, we have the time you enter the meeting, the class, and the time you left. We have everything. So at the end of your 12th week,
even your location,
we have it. I'm not playing. So at the end of this training, because we have a week that everything that we have done, you'll be telling us, we'll document it. So we'll show it to you on the screen like this, that from week 1 to week 12, you entered the meeting this time, you left this time, you attended, you were absent, you were this. So we have everything in our database. So that's what I have to say. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. You have a question. Okay.
Thank you. So the one, I didn't know there was an attendance number, and my full name is not on my email address. So I didn't mark attendance. So as you said now, let me confirm. I came first day, so my attendance.
don't worry, see the secretariat, you resolve that.
So this is an observation on the slides. I feel like the points are too short. Don't
worry.
So it's affecting. I cannot see all the players that I did not participate because I cannot read.
That means you don't want to kill into our
See, I'm just saying because I could not see that. That's why I'm
No,
pointing it out.
so don't worry. All the things you need for the cohort, everything will be sent to your mail pass to pass. It's because we have like short engagements that we have to attend to. That's why we are not sent some other things. So I'll use my
Hey, what's the something? How can you do it?
I would like to say that people like this program director, can you at least like, say their name and tag them on the so I would actually know who is who.
Get it.
Because also somebody sending message, I'm trying to start the person.
Yeah, so
and minus that, being of body, sorry to cut you short. You promised us shares.
Yes, we have.
He mentioned it.
It's on you.
Alright, so we are going to get the shirt, the diary, the tote bag. Yes, tote bag. Yes, ma'am. Your name should be on it. Personalized.
You mentioned what to.
What? What about water? Oh, you will get it. You will get it. Don't worry. You will get it. Please. You should have. No, it's always different colors. Like purple, blue, green, different colors. Don't worry. So, yes, because of time, we want to appoint team lead. That team lead is very important. Both one male, one female. So, we want nomination. So from this room, any nomination? Any nomination?
You can.
Any nomination? Is any nomination from the back there? Why are you nominating yourself? You are nominated.
I nominated you.
No, I want only 2 people from that room. A male and a female. Alright. Okay, so let me start on choice theory. Take your decision. Nobody is forcing anybody. So I'll start with the guys. Before we please come outside, step outside. Before guys, please step outside. Line up. Yes, face everybody. So, sit down first. So, see, let me tell you, we are all political animals. So, this is politics now. Alright, please kindly introduce yourself and tell us in just 30 seconds why you can be the team lead. No, it's this other.
Alright. Are you timing?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdullah. I would like to make some reports of my work experience. I believe people in that. So that's why I'm here.
Alright, next.
Hey everyone, my name is Martin Burasama. I would like to be the team because I believe in the power of collaboration and I want to work together with the same task and the same thing can be to achieve something.
Wow. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Ali from Thank you. So I'm seeking you guys to nominate me as the team because I need to serve everybody and I'm very sure that I will be that person.
Wow.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael LYDI. I am a global youth ambassador and I believe firmly in globalizing ideas. So I don't want us to remain the same, I don't want us to remain different. I want to make us go global. That's why I am letting that.
Alright, thank you very much. Okay, so before we do the politics, wait now, I want to invite the team lead of the last cohort. Tell them what team this is about before they do.
either of them is spoken, but actually did not say what.
No, don't go there, don't go there. Just tell them what you did, your responsibility, what you did, so that they can know the enormosity of what team lead is.
Okay, being a team is actually very focused. It's a full massive a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. Right? So you must be a very responsible person. Actually, you must be very, very responsible. So during my time as a team, I made sure I tried to maintain what section should get. Regardless of where I was, state, different entities or company section. So that responsibility will not be on me. And I made sure that I organized the parts. You don't have to wait for the fact that people should come and follow the parts. I'm responsible for that. And I made sure that I organized the mobilization, and I was basically leading them, assisting them, just leading them.
You can see it's very healthy. Thank you very much.
He's coming from Badagry, and he used to come. He came for all physical sessions.
Culture. Always culture. Alright, so we've heard that team lead is not child's play, it's responsibility. Now, it's like passing on responsibility of every leadership to your hand to coordinate your colleagues, to ensure that all your colleagues participate, they are responsive, and they do the needful. And they get their cries or any challenge, you bring it forth. So, now, come back, face that please. Please, very well. Alright. Please, just the only thing I want from you is just your demonstration. And I will ask you to raise your hand. So, this is Matemiolua. Matemilola. If you want Matemilola to be the team lead for this cohort 2026, kindly raise your hand. You don't know that will count. You can't vote twice. Put down your hand. Yes. I said you are not allowed
By
to
demonstration.
Vote, you are not to vote. All right. Abdul Rashid. If you want Abdul Rashid to be the team lead of LYDI Cohort 26, raise your hand. You are not voting twice. Okay, put down your hand. Ario, if you want Ario to be the team lead, raise your hand. If you want Michael to be the team lead, raise your hand. Alright, you can face the audience. Face the audience. Please get your hands together for them, please. So, by the back of part of me, I have this opportunity to announce the results for this year LYDI 2024 cohort 2026. We have 4 people, 4 male, showed interest to be the team lead. And the first person had a total number of votes of 1, which is Abdul Rashid. Oh, Ariyo. Ariyo is here now. Yeah. Yes, Ariyo is here. You have 1 vote. Please join us. All right, the next person is that has a total number of 4 votes, and that's not that person than Michael. Yes, and the next person has a total number of 8 votes. And that is not that person that. You think it's you? No, now, which one? You think it's you? Anyone? Anyone wants something? Alright. Okay. We have Matemi Loluwa Eko. While Abdurrashid has 11 votes. So, alright, so for the female, the three female, please come outside. Step outside, please. Live fast. Live fast. No, this is nothing more than politics. It's politics. So come outside. Okay, three of you can endorse yourself, you can decide it, right? You want to do presentation, concessions, three of you meet yourself. Three of you talk to yourself, consensus guidance. And if consensus does not work, you would. Consensus. With this now, no consensus. Kindly introduce yourself, 30 seconds, tell us why you should be the team lead, female team lead.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Matemi Antonia Adams. Me, I'm not going to bamboozle you with the things that I've done. I just promise you guys results even under pressure and to ensure that your best interest always be as hard as every single time.
Please don't distract.
Good afternoon.
When the guys are talking that time, your energy will not stop. When the guys are talking, okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. In as much as you want to show and give a record speaks for you. I'm Angela Bakari. I serve as the first female president and also the 30th vice president of the department. I urge you to vote for accountability and results. Thank you very much.
All right.
My name is Oya Bakari, and I love to be accountable and to serve, and that's what I want to do.
All right. So that was me, and I want you to know that team lead is a brother. Team lead is a responsibility. Team lead is dutiful. So you should know that not just for title, you're going to play. And the team, you can see that that's why the previous team lead can be working with us now. Because he already put himself in that shoe. And no, we need Bajadini. As much as many of you also have that mindset, but you just want to put somebody forward. There will be a big part of people that will be pushing that everything must happen. LYDI will go to the next stage. We will attract opportunities. We will bring support and everything to LYDI. So that's what this wants to go. Face the world. Okay. Chiamaka, right? Glory. Alright, so okay. So guys, the only thing I want from you is your demonstration. Don't talk, no canvassing or anything. No canvassing. Can you? Let me assume those who also voted for themselves, we just add one number to them, so there's no time. So for that case, they also vote for themselves. So we'll count them as, if you are voting for yourself, you raise your hand. Okay, so this is Chiamaka. So if you want Glory to be the female team lead, can you raise your hand? Glory, you do not vote for yourself, have you? So you do not vote for yourself. All right. Okay. Put down your hands. Put down your hands. Yes, if you want Adiola to be your female team lead, can you raise your hand? Say. Hey. You want to vote for him? So you also vote for her? Yes. Okay. If you want Matemi Oluwa to be the female team lead, can you raise your hand? Raise your hand.
So if they do twice.
Say it right. That's how to check now. Do you vote twice? Nobody should vote twice now. Hey, right. Eh? Does it tally with total of everybody? Yes.
No.
Does not tally. So I'll do it again. I'll do the voting again. Okay, one person not vote. Don't let me do it again. Don't let me do it again. For glory, raise your hand. Okay. Glory. Alright, sir. Okay. For Adiola, raise your hand. You are not voting twice. So. Yes, right. It's not counted. I counted. Okay. Okay, for Mateniolua. Yes.
Something's going on.
Yes, I've counted it. So how many is total? Total. How many is total? 27. Are we 27? 27. She should not vote at all. Okay. Results. Face this side. Face. All right. As a matter of fact, so we have Chiamaka Glory to have a total vote of 1. While we have the next person to have a total number of 12 votes. That's what happens now. That's not that person that Matemi Oluwa. While Adiola has 14 votes. Very interestingly. So, because democracy is about the number of people, show you get out now. That show interest in one thing. If you look at the first vote, we have 2 people as high chunk of votes. That's Matemi Oluwa and Abdul Rashid. One had 11 votes and one had 8 votes. A great margin with others, from others. For this also, we have someone had 12 votes and someone had 14 votes. This shows that the number of people wanted so that's that. So I want to use it by discretion, Director Secretariat, other member of the Directorate, that we are going to be having the 4 of them as the team lead and deputy team lead. However, we are going to another final round. One person will be the number 1. The 4 of you please step outside. The 4 of you please step outside. It's important. It's important. Okay, can you do consultation? Can you do? Yes, sir, there is no way. So, can you do consultation? Is it possible? Yes, consensus. Now, to choose one person as a number one team lead of this cohort. Somebody can withdraw, somebody can support.
I've decided.
No.
I've decided.
You have decided?
Very quick.
And that is. So you give it to him.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. I love this. This sets you to the mind. Okay, so same as the stress of voting and all of that. Okay, so please take the picture. Take the picture. It's very important. It's very important. All right. So your teacher started immediately after now. Now the last phase of people is that we want to, in your team, in this fellow also, we want to have three, is it three? But we are three people, yes. We want to have 3 people that will be in charge of media for your cohort. 3 people that will be in charge of media for your cohort. Yeah, that guy is the one. Glory. Who are you nominating? Yourself?
Yes,
Glory, Jude, and this guy. So, I want 3. Just 3.
Kalilula.
Yeah, Jude. This is Kalilula, right?
What's the name?
Jude.
And then Gori, they are 3 already.
They are 3 already. Please, others, please just step aside. So you don't even know what we are talking about. Yes. For your calls. Step aside. Step aside.
I don't see the reason why
So do you know why we are talking about the media thing? Okay, you don't want that. You want to excuse yourself. Okay. No. So let us show the excuse ourselves. No. Is that?
I want to excuse myself
from the media. Yeah, so it's just nomination now. So she's not nominated herself. So Sylvia, she raised her hand before. What nominating her? I didn't mean it's a major step back now. I'll now. Sylvia, you have been nominated. You have the right to excuse yourself. If you want to also do that, step forward. Okay, so these few people among yourself, among your colleagues, these are like the cabinets, the codes. They are taking another leadership role among your cohorts now for the next 3 months. You get that now. So, for the 4 of you are playing the leadership role. You get that now. And you are going to be accountable for every one of them. You get that now. So, while the 3 of you will be working with the director of media and every other terms of reference will be given to you. You get that now. In line with your cohorts. You get that now. So, and I feel that with this young mind that you guys have nominated and selected, they are going to complement the leadership of LYDI to ensure that LYDI gets to its pinnacle. And at the end of the day, you are going to be the pride of the institute. I want to congratulate you on this assignment. Congratulations. All right, so you can have a seat. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's wonderful. Secretary, I don't know
As from the formal thinking of the last call, so after now, we are going to give you your roles and responsibility. And also, apart from our group that we created, you guys can create your personal group. We are going to catch your views give your, if you want to do gossip and
It's allowed, it's allowed.
It's allowed actually, so you can create your group. And also for the media team, it's not just only media and stuff to be handling. We are going to be giving you what to do. And for those people that came out for not for the team lead, we also engage you. We are going to be giving you your roles in the cohort to moving forward from the office of the Director General. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for believing in this vision. Thank you so much for transformation. I believe your sessions, the sessions you have had before now, is very, very engaging and educative. Am I lying or am I saying the truth? So we'll be having facilitators from international, global, and we'll be having top facilitators that will be engaging you moving forward. Thank you so much for
those 6 people or 7 people come outside and take it home. It is very important. For the record.
And it's a wrap. The team leader started the
It's now we are aligned. The others. No, means not people like makes it. You. Sylvia. Yes.
Sorry, sir. A lady doesn't stay at the end of every picture.
Okay, the lady, please come. That is okay.
He's still staying at there, so it's okay there. It's okay. Yes.
So our slogan, the slogan is LYDI. Transforming Lagos. LYDI. LYDI.